Yo, One Life family, what's going on, everybody? How everybody feeling out there today? Hold on, we finna get started. Y'all come on in. Hit the like button on your way in for me. How everybody feeling this morning? This good Sunday, man. Good Sunday morning. He'll have us a good conversation, man, because it's a lot going on that I'm paying attention to. I'm paying attention, y'all. And hold on. Paying attention. Now, we got a good show today. See, we gonna see over here. I wanna start it off like this. Over here, I challenge you to think outside the box. You feel me? And it's not even. I mean, for some people it's a challenge. For others, it's just thinking. You know what I mean? So what I mean by that is, look, I am a person. I always come up here and be honest with y'all. I be telling y'all what's going on. I don't come with no far-fetched theory. Sometimes I get turned up with y'all and we be having an open discussion. And we'll just be talking and people will say how they feel. Good morning, Felicia. And people will say how they feel. Now, we just really be having a discussion. But when it comes down to me bringing y'all information and actually, talking about the case, I don't go make nothing up. I got dang do my research and then I come and talk to y'all about it, And a lot of the things I talk to y'all about up here, it be stuff that is easy for me to pick the game on, you feel me? I done been to court before. I done got dang dealt with baby mamas. I got dang, you know what I'm saying? I know the law pretty well, you know what I'm saying, in certain states. And so what I wanted to come on here and really talk about today was all of it's kind of like what we were talking about yesterday, but more in depth because yesterday when I came up here and I talked to y'all, I hadn't heard the conversation from the bro. Okay. So while we, you know what I'm saying, let me play that real quick. Another blessing, everybody. What's going on? Truly thankful. What's going on? One Life family, Miko Ryan, Cassandra Smith in the building. Shouts out to the One Life family members in the building, man. But yeah. And so let me pull it up. So y'all can hear what was said, and then we'll go from there. Because I'm just thinking some people may not even have a chance to hear it. What going on, Save in the building? One Life Podcast, Russell with me here. And right, they trying to distract us. And that's what we finna talk about. Cause see, we hip to the game. Check this out.
Some antifreeze or whatever he was gonna try to get rid of the baby. He gave that to her, you know what I'm saying, and try to do whatever he could do. She was feeling sick or whatever. All right, so he gets in the car, drops her off to go back home. All right, when she gets out to go home, she go in the house. Shannon and them get into it with her. They didn't call and see if she was at Jarvis' house because Shannon already knew she was at Jarvis' house because she called to get directions earlier that day while she was at school. So once you get back, they get to fussing at her for going up to Jarvis' shop and calling fast and this and that. Then it all came out, confirming that she was pregnant, was Jarvis' baby, and Shannon lost it. Shannon lost it real bad and jumped on Ziyah, beating her, hitting her in the head with some object right there in their house that they overlooking. kill Ziyah because she was already probably having complications. Remember, from whatever they've been giving her to try to get rid of the baby. Remember, she was sick earlier that day and on the floor. Instead of them calling the nurse, they called the counselor. School failed them. So once Shannon beats on it, she passes out, she dies right there. So they panic. So they get her, the twin sister, help Shannon get her into the mama car, and they go and meet Jarvis. Meet Jarvis out there by where the other girlfriend lives. And Jarvis was going to all these different houses at his different girlfriend house, establishing his alibi. Because he knew what had happened between her and Shannon. He had nothing to do with it, but knew that he was also the last person seen with her and probably would be questioned too about her being unalive. So once Shannon and his sister go out there to meet them out there, they get rid of the body, right? So once they get rid of the body, he tell them, bring some extra clothes or whatever. So you get rid of the body and they throw those extra clothes out, which is working. And I don't understand how that's working, because we know what she had on the day of school. We know what she left, got off the bus with clothes she had on. But they threw out some different clothes with limited amount of blood and stuff on it. Why? Because they only took their jacket off for her. The jacket off for her. And probably some other shoes and stuff that was already in the house. But she's still buried in what we saw her, which is that colorful jacket, them jeans, and some other shoes, wherever she is. And I don't think she buried nowhere where she can't be found because they somewhere else and make people go search in the opposite direction. So she is deceased, but she was killed by Shannon in a rage because of her jealousy or whatever she had going on with Jarvis. And at the end of the day, the mom and the sister knows what Shannon did, and they're not protecting Jarvis; they're protecting Shannon. And Shannon hoping that Jarvis don't snitch on him, but he's not going to tell until after they try and convict him of the murder, and he see the difference between the time. Remember, his lawyer said they're not going to contest and fight the fact that he had inappropriate relations with her. Okay, go ahead and bound it over. But what we are fighting is murder. Why? Because there's no body. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Now, you do know that Shannon and all of them have already made deals with the DA. Why? Because without Shannon, the mom, King, the fiance, without all those people, they would not have a case for murder against this young lady. So they pieced up parts of their statements and testimonies to present what it was they wanted to present to the court, that he was last seen with it and he's the one that killed him. But believe me, there's other text messages, all kind of messages in their phones that they took. But if they convict them and show that they are also guilty, then who would be on the stand and testify or could testify against Jarvis? Because they all could get up there and just plead the fifth because they all are being charged. So therefore, they're letting them off and letting them go. They made a deal. They agreed to testify against Jarvis and say what it is that they want them to say. With in turn keeps them from being prosecuted and charged with anything. But trust me, they know exactly what happened. They know exactly what happened to her. But they want to get Jarvis and get Jarvis off the street because they feel like he's the problem. He's the ringleader. But they
Okay, so that's just a recap of what the so-called alleged brother was saying. I don't know who this man is. I'm gonna be straight over with y'all. From my understanding, Jarvis' brother passed in 2019. From my understanding, so I don't know who this guy is, which is why I be talking to y'all one life. And I came up here yesterday and I told y'all, I said, man, we got to look at this thing from a different perspective. We got to look at this from all of the lies and the manipulation and the coercion and the narratives that have been set. We see exactly where it's coming from. It's coming from Roxy, no, it's coming from certain bloggers. You feel me? A certain blogger. You know what I mean? It's coming from, people that have a chance or has had a chance all year to try to coerce us into believing this, that, and the third. Now let's go all the way back, right? Let's even go back to last year when the Ziyah came up missing, okay? And the family went through, the stuff that they went through when the police were notified, and then they did their investigations and they did their statements and all of this stuff when they talked to them from February on up, and got all the way up to the preliminary, right? The whole time, the whole year. Okay, well, in the beginning when it was going on, what I'm trying to get at is this: nobody started really. People started pointing the finger at Shannon when people found out that, okay, well, Ziyah was pregnant and Jarvis' baby mama was her auntie. Okay. So that's when people start really saying, oh, well, Shannon did this and Shannon did that. I was one was like, man, this seemed more like, I looked at it like when they got up there on that stand, you could tell people was lying. So I felt like more people was involved. The internet took and singled Shannon out. We don't know what really happened. There are so many speculations and so many things coming out to where it make you sit back and think. Y'all ever heard of the word sabotage? You feel me? It's almost as if they trying to sabotage Shannon for whatever reason may be, okay? Because not for one whole year did we hear anything about Shannon being a suspect or Shannon being involved. None of that. We didn't hear none of that, right? So when Shannon, when it started coming out, they were saying, okay, boom, boom, boom. But even when people were saying, oh, well, Shannon this and Shannon that, people got to understand this. Shannon is the auntie. She is the aunt. She's not the guardian. She's not raising Ziyah. She's not obligated to, she's the auntie for Ziyah Harris. Okay? You have Annette Harris, who the courts gave custody to. Mind you, you talking, what's her name? I'm sorry. Shannon's sister, Kenya. What's her name? Kenyatta, Ziyah mama. Okay. Shannon got her own 5 kids with a dude. She dealing with her own stuff. I'm just saying, let's think for a second. She dealing with her own stuff. She got 5 kids. She done got put out of career for arguing with Jarvis, who running around here doing all this stuff. People talking bad about her and her family because they know what he got going on. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, you know that your niece pregnant. Okay, cool. Now, again, that's when people started trying to put 2 and 2 together. Oh, Shannon this and Shannon that. But at the end of the day, Ziyah was Shannon's sister child, who Ziyah's father and mother came up with the agreement to sign rights over to Annette. Has nothing to do with Shannon. Okay? They do forget Ziyah lived with Shannon first. But what I'm saying is, Annette had full custody. That's what I'm saying right there. And she moved. I just said that. I just said that same thing. She moved in with her mom because she had got put out with whatever was going on with Jarvis. Her niece is pregnant. Yes, Charlotte stayed around there. And that's what was said, that she stayed around there. Okay? That's what she said. That don't make her a guardianship. You feel me? It's not, and again, we don't know what type of crimes happened at Shannon's house as opposed to what we saying happened at her house and what happened at Annette's house, because now more information come out. So we like, okay, well, we know they was at Annette's house in the basement, crime being committed at your guardian house. We know that the crime was committed at the shop. You know what I'm saying? They were going up there to the shop and they were going to hotels. We know all these things. We have nothing saying that a crime or anything happened at Shannon's house. We don't have that. Okay. And the only reason why I say that is because when you step back and you look at it, now you got where people say, okay, well, Shannon is Roxy, one of the main people. Or well, Shannon is involved in this, or Shannon knew about the pregnancy, or Shannon this, Shannon that. Then you got Buddy coming and saying, oh, so we're not speculating anymore. Oh, okay. Speculating. What are you? Oh, my God. Look, anyway. So you got these people that's coming out and saying, well, Shannon this and Shannon that. Okay, boom. That was with Roxy, right? Now you on a podcast. Y'all going to Shannon's house. Mark came out and said, after this situation happened that day, boom, you feel me? The grandma suspect for yelling at the kids. Yes. The grandmama that's what I'm saying. That's the guardian who they trusting her with. The grandmama, and I ain't trying to talk bad about her, but yes, we seen that video to where the grandmama runs stuff. That's Shannon mama. She can't tell that lady what to do. How many times and people got different situations, but to stay in your mind, yes, she grown now, but growing up, she had to stay in a child place. She couldn't tell Annette what to do and how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Even when she got custody of, what's her name, of Naziah. That again, that was between Naziah mama and her mama, not her sister. And so even with what's going on, it's all seeming like goddamn they trying to stack the deck against Shannon for whatever reason. I haven't seen any goddamn evidence that makes me. I mean, at first it was like, yeah, it was motive. It was motive there. But now it's seeming like so many other people got motive. Mark made a statement and said he said this specifically, that Jarvis told someone down at the jail that Shannon unalived Naziah. 3 days later, a recording comes out of some guy saying it's Shannon unalived Naziah. Okay. So now it's like she could have gone to the police station, just like Ross and the rest of them. Okay, shouted, but you're not going to the police is not a crime. Listen, especially if you don't know what, I mean, we can't say that Shannon knew this. People speculating. People are assuming that Shannon knew this stuff. We don't know if Shannon knew it or not. Shannon said what she said about the pregnancy test. It leaves you to believe she wasn't for sure. They assumed it wasn't for sure. Still could be a lie. But again, it's not a crime for her. Again, what crime is Shannon committing? If Shawty is pregnant by Jarvis, only thing is you got pregnant by a dude I got baby by. I ain't broke no crime. She ain't break or crime right then. Okay, she could have called the police. There are several people who could have called the police. But again, you got to put yourself in Shannon's shoes. And this is all hypothetically speaking. This is just, I'm trying to figure out why now all of a sudden everybody is saying Shannon did it, Shannon did it, Shannon did it. The police ain't said it. The investigators ain't said it. And they've been on the case since last year. You got the same people, the same bloggers, the same clout chasers, the same people coming out saying, oh, Shannon, I don't know who this guy is or where he came from. But I can say they gave us a warning that this man was coming and he shows up. But mind you, they said that it was a person that bro was locked up with. People are assuming. That's what I'm saying. It's all assumptions. And I do know when it's time for court or for trial, they're going to let us know what's going on. But as I sit back and I'm like, why is it now, a year later, people are trying so hard? And I ain't talking about like the internet. I'm talking about the family, the people I just said. Why all of a sudden are they so sure that Shannon did this? Where is the evidence of this? Did they test Shannon for any DNA? Did they ping Shannon's phone? Because one of the things he said, if we are not speculating, what are we here for? I'm here for the truth. I'm here for, because I want to know. It really don't matter to me. I'm trying to see, what kind of how did this get to the point where it's just everybody blaming Shannon? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because to me it's seeming again like they trying to put this on somebody. All that is right there. And then even furthermore, like people saying, well, why the police gonna listen to the recording? All that is hearsay. I ain't heard who told him this. This man or whoever this recording is, he ain't got no face on there. He ain't identified. Who told you this information? Because to me, it sounds like that's just Jarvis' side of the story. You see what I'm saying? So this is something, again, where people got to sit here and think, where did you come from with this? How do you know these things? Everybody come. Now, there are facts in the case. People just ain't paying attention to the facts in the case. They done told us the facts of the case. And nowhere in the facts is it that Shannon was involved with anything that happened to Ziyah. Even when they saying about I don't think right trying to see they all suspect because allegedly they know someone that had him paint her walls allegedly. Allegedly is the guy talking. It's the guy talking to law enforcement. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if he talking to law enforcement, but if he go to law enforcement and say that what he got on here or what the audio was going around saying, they gonna say that's hearsay. Well, who told you this? Jarvis. Okay, you got this recorded where he told you this. How can you prove that Jarvis said it? I can get on the internet right now and say, well, I could have came on here today and said, ooh, man, I just got on the phone with Shannon, and Shannon said, woo, 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 woo. And then the next thing you know, the internet gonna take a run with it. You know, she could have had a hand in it. She could have not known nothing. You feel me? That's what I'm saying. The internet is not a real place. Stories get to the internet and then it's all kind of crazy stuff, you know. And a year ago, Shannon wasn't being looked at as no suspect. Even when I think that was the prosecutor, the lady that got up there and said that the investigation was closed, but if anybody know anything, she encourages them to come forward. She told y'all then that the investigation closed. Now, if Jarvis decided to go in there and say something to them, hey, look, this is what happened or whatever the case may be, that's what I'm saying. He didn't say that sooner because the narrative wasn't put out there. It's one of the points that I'm making. When the narrative got placed, then you had people start saying, oh, Shannon this, Shannon that, because now the narrative is circulating. You know, like I say, I'm under the impression that Jarvis did. I believe Jarvis' brother passed in 2019. Could be wrong. But I think I remember reading something like that. But I could be wrong. But again, why he ain't sat down and did an interview and said, listen, hey, this is what's going on. This is what my brother said. Jarvis could do an interview from jail. Hell, he ain't got no problem. He ain't got no business talking on the jail phone, no way. He could speak up and say that but again, he don't have to because he is on trial. You got a lot of people that are witnesses. You got a lot of people that are, advocates and things like that. Allegedly, Shannon made herself look suspect. Mark asked her where the baby is. She told him to figure it out. How's that suspect? You got to hold the people accountable who need to be held accountable. Again, I get it. I get what you're saying. But a person, first of all, you don't walk in nobody's house and question them about their kids. Who the fuck are you? I ain't got to tell you shit. Let alone you lucky you didn't get your ass shot walking in my house. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree that make her suspicious because she said figure it out. You figuring everything else out. Y'all running around here figuring this out, figuring that out. Go figure that out too. Hell, y'all already lying on me. So what I need to defend myself to you for? And the time, now look, and accomplices. And the time that stuff popped off over there, Shannon made that phone call, the folk came back with a different swag. Oh, they told you something, all right? It wasn't what you went looking for, but you definitely got told something. And from my understanding, a firearm went off that night. Ooh, I heard a fire. I heard a pow went off that night. Now, so again, you all the way in the wrong. But the time you go over there and you do wrong, and the police got you come down to the police station, you make a statement. It was the first time I heard anybody come out and make a statement and say that Shannon, that this man told somebody that Shannon did this. You feel? The landlord sure was arrested for that. And they said, but you don't, again, they saying that a pow went off. I don't know who it went off from. They said that the landlord had a firearm. The landlord stayed downstairs. Landlord seen the commotion that was going on and went on out there. He was invited. That wasn't her house, and it was the landlord. Shout out, you can't go to nobody's house questioning them about their kids. You can't go to you can't. I don't even know what you're trying to get me to understand. The truth. We can't get the truth without speculating. We can't get the truth without. You get the truth by investigating. Speculating. I mean, you can speculate. That's what's going on. Speculations and assuming. That's all. Or did you mean our families are not assuming anymore? You know what I'm saying? You can assume and speculate all you want to. The assumptions and speculations ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in reality. You feel me? Speculation is that's your opinion. And everybody got their opinion. A lot of people are speculating. I'm saying it's a difference between speculating and facts. And ain't no facts nowhere showing us that Shannon beat Ziyah and did all this stuff that this recording is saying. And this recording came out of the blue after the same people who've been talking bad about Shannon pulled up on Shannon, made a statement that somebody said that. You see what I'm saying? I ain't finna go back and forth with you. Man, I be trying to be patient, man. I be trying to tell y'all what's going on, but speculation. What up? I'm talking about right now, I'm talking about facts. Right now, I'm talking about facts. Just like, okay, that's just like when that same dude, Mark D, did that interview, and he said, I believe he said that was Florentine, the dad, the child father up there, and come to find out that wasn't even him. See, what I'm saying is the stuff that's coming from people, I understand very clear. The man invited him there. They didn't know that Shannon was there. They didn't know Shannon was there. He told them Shannon was there. Yeah, he told them Shannon was there. And then he said he knew Shannon was there, and he was saying that he was getting overall that they were making the house hot, he was getting threatened and all this type of stuff. So that was why he allegedly called Buddy over there, the dude Mark. Now, it was supposed to have been some more people over there that were part of some kind of organization or some team that do evictions or something. I forgot what they called them. But again, the lady said it was 6 cars out there. When she went to take her kid to school, that's crazy though. They say she went to take her to school. They came because she was there. That's why he came, because she was there. We heard Shannon say that. We have heard Shannon say what he did was on him, but we have never heard her say I didn't do anything to Ziyah. I've heard her say she didn't know where she is. There's a difference. You ain't heard her commit. She ain't said she did nothing to the girl. See, y'all people looking for a certain answer from the lady, and she don't have to she don't have to answer to nothing. But I understand what you're saying. But you just said clearly, I don't know. But we have never heard her say I didn't do anything to Ziyah. I ain't heard her say she did nothing to Ziyah. As far as I'm concerned, she said she ain't even seen Ziyah that day. So how do we know that's true or not? She said she ain't see her that day. She said she ain't see her when she got out of school. Some people say that she got out of school, went in the house, got the flame with her and all that. We don't. I'm just saying. We don't know that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference by, again, speculation and fact. Now, we know for a fact that Shannon said she didn't see Ziyah that afternoon. So, again, I'm trying to get back to the part, how do we distinguish this and say, well, okay, yeah, we know we can't believe nothing. Like me, I don't trust none of them. I don't trust nothing nobody say. But mind you, only thing I done heard Shannon say was what she said on the stand and a little bit of what she was saying at the house. Right, that morning before school. Before school. She ain't see her when she got off well, she said she didn't see her when she got off the bus. Even like with the statement that the person said in the audio, well, she called from school and asked her how to get to a certain area. Now, I heard Shannon. When Shannon said that, I mean that's what I'm saying. Shannon said that on the stand that Ziyah asked her for directions, but I thought she said that she asked her this at the house one day. I don't think she said she called her because remind you, Shannon said she asked her for the direction, and she said she was in the shower or in the bathroom or something, and Ziyah said that they were learning about their surroundings at school. So I don't understand why she would call from school. I don't even understand why she would. I don't even see why she would need directions to a certain location if she known for. I mean, because again, I'm going off of the fact that she went to the shop after school. If she go to the shop every day, I don't see her needing directions to the shop. Even furthermore, over to what they said, 7 Mile and or what was the other street? She asked for direction to outer. So I forgot the other street. You know, but she got off of the school bus. So, like I say, it's so much that don't make sense. And then you got people that come along and mind you, this is the internet. People gonna speculate. People gonna come up with their assumptions. I mean, shoot, that's how people can do until the trial comes. But again, as you sit back and more come out, I'm looking at it from the perspective like, so she got older, but she didn't have on those tennis shoes with the red stripes. Either she went in their house or someone took her. I'm not saying that she didn't go in the house, but if she went in the house, put her book bag down, changed her shoes, and left, do that mean that Shannon had to see her? Yeah, they definitely people going to jail for some perjury. Yeah. So, but that's what I'm saying. She could have went in, and she could have definitely went in the house, changed her clothes. But now, because we seen what she walked up the street in, when she went past the camera, she had on the jacket, she had on the jeans, she had on the white shoes. Right. She asked her about that street. Right. That's what I thought she said. Now that man said she called and asked from school, but I'm like, um, I remember her saying that Shawty asked her that at the house. So that's why I'm saying, to me, it's like they trying Jarvis. Jarvis is the one behind this audio coming out. This is Jarvis' side of the story. If you listen to it, this sound like nobody wants to go down for the body. So if I know that the internet is saying, "Hey, Shawty did it," and woo woo, because at the end of the day, get what? If what he's saying is true in the audio, that Jarvis, not Jarvis, sorry, that Shannon did this, and Marquita, they even, oh Lord, now he's saying that Marquita came over there, helped her take Shawty out the house, put her in the car, called Jarvis, who met up with them. You feel me? Called Jarvis, who met up with them, and they did it. Then that would mean, Shawty, that you still an accessory to the body. You're gonna still get the same amount of time. You feel? I believe that. I believe that somebody threw it out there. Like they say, but the internet been said that. We been said that somebody went and threw that stuff out there. People thought Shannon, because Shannon was at the house, it could have been a Nick. It could have been anybody that threw that stuff out there. All I do know for a fact is Shannon got these kids with Jarvis, and I think a lot of people have used that to put more on her. We've seen a lot of cases on the internet where it be so far fetched. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm like, dang, it's gonna be a very interesting trial. And I'm not here, and again, I'm not trying to make anybody believe anything or change anybody's mind. I'm just saying, stop and think about it for a minute. Why is it that these same two people who say they don't rock with each other no more, say don't work for the radio station no more, don't went to the police station and made this statement and all that, whatever, said clear as day that Jarvis said this about Shannon, and then here comes a person saying the same thing or similar about Shannon. Like, and you mean to tell me the police don't know none of this? The police ain't investigated this. Police, do what y'all telling me. Because mind you, the police had to do an investigation along the line, and even okay, Shannon. Well, where were you? You don't think that the police asked this lady this? Well, we know that she's pregnant by Jarvis. You know, we know you got kids with Jarvis. Where was you on the night that day that this happened? You don't think they asked her this? I'm just trying to figure out which I think their investigation was. And me just asking, when they did this investigation and questioned these people the same way they investigated and questioned Jarvis, clearly they had evidence that said, Jarvis, you lying. You lying about what you did. You lying about what you were doing. You lying about the last time you seen him. You're lying. Now you had opportunity to come in here and say Shannon this and Shannon that. You ain't want to snitch. Okay, no snitching rule. They told on you. Shannon told on you. Your baby mama told on you. Your sister told on you. Everybody told on you, bro. So when the internet got the narrative going, well, Shannon was upset with who? Why not run with that? He ain't trying to go for the body. But if what they saying is true, which is the person that's supposed to be your brother, they called you and you went and helped them, you still going to jail for the body. So again, I'm trying to get the point. He deal with the person side with Jarvis said Jarvis didn't did. Right. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about when he said that if Ross said means to throw Shannon under the bus, why was she whispering? She could have just spoke to be heard clearly. If Roxy means that she couldn't throw Shannon under the bus, she was throwing her under the bus all on the internet. When she got in Shannon's face, it was a different story. Why she ain't say exactly? Why she ain't say that shit in Shannon's face? Because she knows she was lying. If you went over there and approached the person because you saying that they lying, why you didn't say it out loud? Roxy was in there. Roxy was trying to be quiet. Roxy was trying to, what you call it? Dang, what is it? Calm the situation down. Because she knew Shawty was finna get loud. And she was finna start saying some stuff. And that's why that lady Shannon was like, look, I ain't trying to be on camera. You are doing this for a camera. You know, and that's the thing. If you so sure about what Shannon did, why you didn't talk to Shannon about that? Why you didn't talk to DeAndre about that? Y'all could have said that. You could have not. I'm saying you already done. DeAndre, y'all could have had a conversation, but look, I don't even know if I would say it because again, it's hearsay. De-escalate, yes. Diffuse, that's what you trying to do, trying to diffuse, trying to calm it down. She ain't want shouting on the go to doing all that talk because they get loud. And some stuff was gonna come out, y'all. And that's what I'm saying. If you call Shannon, even when she asked Shannon from the part that we was able to hear, when she asked Shannon about the pregnancy test, Shannon told her what she knew, what happened. So she took the prep. But she said it was 2 lines, one was good, one was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know. But again, Roxy ain't addressing that GoFundMe. Well, she done set up there and told the brother she gonna give him a car. She gonna start an organization. She ain't said, you know, it's just too much behind particular people. And again, it made me think that these people are more. You ever heard the saying a hit dog gonna holler? Shout them doing a whole lot of hollering. Shannon them ain't saying too much. Why would you have to say so much if you know? I know. If I know, I ain't did this. You know, if I know, I ain't did this. But you think I did it. You are nobody to me. You ain't nobody to me. You are I ain't seen in 15, 20 years. I ain't got the best response is no response. I ain't got to sit here and argue with you back and forth because you on the internet and came up with a opinion about what you think. Ain't none of y'all got no law degree. Ain't nobody got no damn background in goddamn investigations. So, do you think Roxy did it? I believe I don't know. I don't know. I don't trust nothing Roxy say. And I've been told that she talked too much, she want too much attention. And when the fight got hot, she got up out the kitchen. So I know she always on the scene. I know she always got something to say. I know, goddamn, they went over there to their house and man, I know what I know. And everything that I just said about Shawty, them facts. That ain't speculation. This facts. We seen it. The manipulating, lie, bringing people on show. Again, ain't she the one that brought damn near every interview that bruh did with the family was brought to him by Shawty. All the way up to Sierra. You just had a person on there where y'all was accusing Shannon and Marquita of abusing Sierra. So why you ain't ask about that? But at the same time, you coming over here to my house, asking me about my kid when y'all just had people on y'all podcast. Hey, listen to me. It wouldn't have went that way. You know what I'm saying? You got a person, Annette. You got a person, Annette, who got custody of Naziyah. When Ziyah was not at home off that school bus that day, she should have been calling police. It ain't up to nobody else. Shout it. That's your responsibility. If right now my neighbor kid go missing, if he don't, that's your responsibility. I'm not finna call the police for you. You feel me? That's your responsibility. Okay. Yes, I'm the auntie or whatever the case may be. You're the guardian. I just live here with you. And y'all already know how that is. She probably stay there at her mama's house. But what adult actually want to stay at their mama's house and get beat up? She probably get her a room when she got her some money. She probably be over there with her sister. Probably be at a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? Moving around type stuff. But not coming home. Alarm still. Call the police. That's what I'm saying. That's what Annette should have did. Annette should have got dang called. It's her responsibility to take care of them kids. Nobody else's. That's all I'm saying. So, and again, Shannon said she asked her, do you want to call the police? She said, I'll handle it in the morning. Okay. I just told you she ain't come home. What else you want me to do? I just told you she ain't come home. All right. Boom. I'm going about my business. You know? Because at the same time, I done told you, maybe you know something I don't know. Ain't too many places to 13. They did not raise the lawn. Exactly. They let her do whatever. That's the thing right there, Lee. They was used to her doing whatever she wanted to do. I mean, allegedly, I don't know. But she was running back and forth at the shop. And you know what I'm saying? Shannon said what Shannon said. Because keep in mind, that's her niece. You know how women is, you know what I'm saying? She said that even when they asked her, well, why did you say that Naziyah was probably out doing this, that, and the third? Shout it. Because that's what she's known to do, in their opinion. I don't know their family. But according to they family and their area, it's a lot of that go on over there on Harper and at them hotels and stuff like that. So it wasn't abnormal, you know what I'm saying, to be in the that type of environment. Now, I'm not saying that the family, everybody plays a role when it comes down to if you're in the same household. If you're in the same household and you see some man, everybody play a role in that. But I can't say, Star, would you go to sleep if your little girl didn't come home from school that night? That's not her little girl. Her kids was at home. I'm sorry. If my neighbor kid don't go home, yes, I'm still gonna go to sleep. It ain't got nothing to do with me. So if you asking me would I go to sleep if my niece didn't come home, after I talk to her dad and find out what's going on and notify the police, I'm gonna probably, I don't know, we might be up that night. But if my niece is known for staying out all night and it's not unnormal for her to be gone wee hours of the morning, then yes. Anybody tell you that? That's just like my older daughter right now. If my older daughter don't call me for a day or two, I just assume she busy. And I might hear her, but you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna drive myself crazy because I know She got like she be out there. I know that's compared to a child, but it's still the same trajectory. How she said, yeah, I seen her before school. I knew she seen her after school just by how she said it. You don't know that. You feel like that, but you don't know that. There's not one bit of proof that Shannon saw Ziyah after school. It's not one bit of proof. We know we got proof that Jarvis and King and that girl out there it's Atlanta. We got evidence of the people who saw. We ain't got no evidence that Shannon saw her. We ain't got nobody saying Shannon saw her. So again, I get it. I get it. But it's just again what we were talking about earlier. It's a lot of speculation or something. And that's fine over here. And I'm gonna open up the panel because I do want people to goddamn talk about it. But I also want people to understand where this stuff may be coming from. You got people with ulterior motives, and you got people that's trying to place the blame. You got people that's right now, especially the people right now that's trying to get this. They under a lot of scrutiny. I keep telling y'all, they're trying to get off from under that microscope, so they point fingers. You feel me? I keep thinking that Annette was running some type of. I can believe that. I can believe that. And see, that's what I'm saying. If you go back and look at Annette and the history, you will see this is stuff that been going on before Shannon. Shannon was a victim of it. Marquita was a victim of it. You know, this is their mama. They not it. I don't care how old you get. You're not finna question your mama. You're not finna go against your mama. You're not finna fight or argue with your mama. You dang on. You for sure not finna mess up your mama government assistance. If your mama getting checked for these kids and you know that's her income and you stand with your mama, I could see Shawty turning a blind eye. Matter of fact, I ain't really here like that. I can't tell you what my mama got going on. Got the landlord locked up. And that's what I'm saying. The landlord locked up because y'all came to Shawty house. If Roxy and Mark and all the folk had not went over there, none of this would have happened. Good morning. None of this would have happened. And now, like y'all said, the landlord who stayed downstairs, why can't you believe that Annette, because she had Jarvis did Shannon's daughter as well. Where is her outrage about that? If you want to look at the psychological point, you have to think like that. But you're right, there's no proof. That's all I'm saying anyway. But let me tell, why can't you believe that Annette because she had custody on where her outrage right there? Who outraged? Jarvis did Shannon's daughter as well. Shannon's daughter. Who? What is you talking about? Again, what daughter? Okay, you talking about the Janaya. You talking about Janaya. Again, I heard that being said. I seen the goddamn with the charges. I don't know how they came up with that. The girl, the young girl, they said testified said that she saw that. What I was saying, I'm showing where you at. Yeah. And so they, the young, I think she was 9 years old. She testified that she went in there and she seen them messing around and stuff. Again, that's goddamn what Jarvis did. She said she saw Jarvis doing it. She didn't see Shannon doing it. Now, again, if you ask Shannon, was she aware of any misconduct going on? Shannon said no. Okay. She said no. I'm not aware of anything. Okay. Could have been hidden from her. Now that's her daughter, and she did nothing. Again, at what point did she find this out? She could have just found this out through trial. Do we have do we have what is it? That's her daughter. Oh, do we have when she found this information out though? You see what I'm saying? Because I think people trying to look at it like, oh, well, Shannon knew that this was going on at the time it was going on, and she was allowing this to happen. That's what I think a lot of people are saying. But it could be that she didn't find this out until the courts told her. When this 9-year-old went and made this statement, that could have been the first time that Shannon knew this. Because mind you, I think that child tried to say something before, and Marquita, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I think because sometimes I get it mixed up. Well, I think y'all will get me mixed up. Now I know Marquita child said that he had tried to say something to them in the basement when she was dying up. He said, no, she got up out of there. But I think that the child got in trouble by Marquita, and the child ended up changing what they said. Okay. With Marquita, the child ended up changing what they said, whatever like that. So at that point, I've always looked at it like, you know, they changed their thing. They were scared. You feel me? You had kids that were scared. So it wasn't like the kid. I'm not saying they were or they wasn't, but I heard after the situation happened with the little girl in the basement that one of the parents chastised the little girl, and you know the kids and were scared. So if you scared and frightened and you're not speaking up saying anything, how would Shannon know that this happened? Not saying that she didn't know. I'm not saying whether she did or she didn't. I'm just saying we don't know if she did or she didn't. She's saying she didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that part right there. And that's why I say it's very important that we pay attention and we listen to where this information coming from, when it's coming. A year later, started, and the brother comes. I don't even know who this person is. I honestly don't know who this person is. You know, the 9-year-old father said that the 9-year-old went home, told the kids she had a secret. I remember that. Told the adult. They made her tell it. They told her to shut up, but she told her daddy, and that's how she got to court. When she told the daddy. That when they put them up, that's what I'm saying. They didn't put them charges on Jarvis till what they were like September or October. So before that, nobody knew nothing. But she went and told her, she ended up telling her that. She ended up telling her dad. But mind you now, exactly, if it happened in the house, they had to see it. That's it. That I was thinking the same thing. So, and even furthermore, if y'all took that body out that house, Marquita came over there, y'all moved the body, somebody would have seen it. It's too active over there. It's too many people over there for it to have happened like that. Not to say that it didn't happen like that. They could have got the fine, hit shot over the head, put in the basement, let the scene die down to move out. But again, that's all speculating. The police ain't said nothing about this. Not saying that they have to, but we ain't heard nothing about none of this. We just watched the whole preliminary about a month ago. They ain't say nothing about none of this. And I'm sure they did their investigation. Now, I do want to ask y'all this. When a kid go missing, right, and a family report them missing and things like that, do they search the house? You feel me? Because I was thinking about that, like, if they came to the house and the child missing, and do they normally search through the house and look through the house? Doesn't mean no one knew in their house, no one outside the house knew. Don't, yeah. The 9-year-old, I think that's Marquita's daughter, the 9-year-old. That's the first thing they do. They search through the house. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, if they searched through the house when they got there, they didn't see no signs of no struggle. They didn't see, because mind you, you know, we sit back and watch movies and crime shows. This ain't a crime show, y'all. You feel me? This ain't Law and Order. This ain't true crime. This ain't, but it ain't it. So I say that because when the police get involved and they come to the house and they searching or investigating, rather, you feel me? Police gonna come take the report, but investigating, detectives, they start looking. These people are not smarter, and that's what I'm trying to tell the internet world. People aren't smarter. Not saying that the internet don't figure stuff out, because I done seen some good bloggers put justice together as opposed to a case. Okay, you feel me? People still can't tell you what happened with certain cases to this day. They've been talking about 6, 7, 5 years. But I have seen some good ones that do their thing and go get justice. We bring you information. Now we bring some information, some late breaking information, stuff like that be true. You know, where I try to bring the truth as much as possible. But again, they come in and search the house. They're looking for signs of struggle. They're looking for anything out of play, anything that's not adding up. They are going to question the family. They're going to question the mama. They're going to question the auntie. They're going to question everybody who does. Boom. That's how they end up on the witness stand. So clearly, they had to do an investigation. The house always. But clearly, they had to do an investigation. So I'm saying, when they went in the house and looked around, I don't think they seen no signs of struggle. I don't think they seen no markings or nothing like that. They say when they found the clothing of Ziyah, it had a little something on there, a little blood on there. Could have been from a struggle. I think they said one matched Jarvis's, the other one they couldn't match it to. But I'm just asking, did they not take DNA samples from the mama and the auntie? No, did they not do that? Because they said they got DNA evidence. I'm sorry. They did say DNA evidence, but I think they said they got the DNA evidence that show Shawty was pregnant by Jarvis. So how they got that type of DNA, I don't know. But again, I'm not seeing where, or I get how, I get what people are saying, but I'm just not seeing the evidence that would be used against Shannon and what people are saying. I get speculation. Went to the school instead of calling the police at the house to get them some time to clean up. And yeah, and see, I was thinking about that, but that's why I say they can't outsmart detectives. A detective gonna come, you gonna leave something. You talking a licensed, trained, career professional as opposed to a person that acted sporadically. You see what I'm saying? Plus, they were told to run away, so they may not actually look for a struggle. Okay, they said run away, but they got it. But when I'm saying here, when the police come to your house and you say a missing child, the first suspect is the family. Let's just be honest. The first people they suspect is the family. So they also have DNA of an unknown person. Yeah, that's what I just said. Yeah, they said they got his DNA and an unknown person DNA. Police need the probable cause for DNA warrant. They could ask for a volunteer. But don't she got DNA down there on file when she went and filed for the paternity test? So they don't check the house for her. I don't know, Shawty. See, now that's the part right there. They'll leave some type of, that's what I'm saying. You ain't gonna outsmart a detective. They gonna see something and it's gonna be like, boom. It's something gonna stand out. You can clean up a crime scene all day long, but you're gonna leave evidence. That part right there. That's what I'm saying. 313 saying runaway, but when it came down to it, that's a missing person. Shawty didn't come home. And when she went to that school and said that girl ain't come home, that's a missing person. Now they did, but I think because Ziyah had allegedly run away once or twice before, right? But they didn't make a report of that. They didn't make it known that she had ran away on paper or something like that. I'm not for sure. The investigation, that was preliminary hearing, the investigation continued. I'm saying the prosecutor made a statement to the world, said the investigation was over. She said that to the world. They'll see, they're gonna hear something, they're gonna be like, Shawty, it's not right. But if it's a missing person, I'm telling y'all that when a missing person come up, the first person they look at is the family. Did you have a problem with anybody? Do anybody y'all know want to do something to y'all? Did this, did that? They questioning the family first. And the FBI, They gonna investigate the family. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all mean to tell me that these folk coming up with these theories and doing this, and the FBI don't know this? Please. You telling me the FBI, who is assisting with this investigation, wouldn't know this? Shannon did this and Shannon did that. Y'all ain't talk to the FBI? Did y'all talk to the FBI? Because they definitely said the FBI, when shouted, they had to talk to the FBI. That's what I'm trying to tell folk, man. Y'all got to make this stuff make sense. They had to talk to the FBI. You know why? Because when the girl, the baby mama with the money and the glasses, when she was on the stand and they showed her tag number, and they showed her the tag number. That tag number and that car was in FBI evidence. That was FBI evidence. No, she didn't. She never ran away before. She said that no, it was already, they said that Shawty had ran away before. And she was talking to her friends about running away too. FBI on the case, that's what I'm saying. The family was talking about it. Shawty, go do your research. They said that she ran away once or twice. Yeah, they said she ran away once or twice before it had came out. The family was talking about that shit. They been said that. They still this lady named something. Ain't that what Shannon said, and Sean B. But yeah, the flyers now, it's a lady named, I think her name Tamara, I can't remember, but she said she went and picked up 300 flyers from Crime Stoppers Detroit, but she don't know where to pass them out at. It's out there. But anyway, they keep changing the story. They keep changing the story. But if people, I think a lot of the time people get caught up in listening for lies rather than listening to what people are saying. I know on that stand, that's when it started with me. But it wasn't just Shannon. I think a lot of them was up there lying. But just like I thought the sister was lying. I still think she lying. She couldn't identify nobody. But she said that she didn't even feel like that till after she talked to the one baby mama on video call, and then they called Shannon. She was on there. You know what I'm saying? Wait, she know. Shawty, stop saying it. We passed that. She said that Shawty ran away from home. What part you not understand? She came out and said it. We're not talking about the brother. We're not talking about what you ain't heard. I'm telling you, Shawty said that she ran away either once or twice. I can't remember how many times. Go look it up. Damn. But anyway, see, and y'all see what I'm saying? That also go back to my point about Shannon. Me, I don't like people to ask me the same thing over and over. I get what you're saying. Go on to the next thing. I done explained it one time. Now next. And people are, and that's the same thing. First of all, you got people that's done been in certain relationships or certain situations in life or been through certain things, and they just don't tolerate certain stuff. Point example. When me, I don't like to be questioned. You feel me? I always want to question. Now it be like, shout, don't ask me nothing. Don't ask me nothing. That aggravates me. You feel me? So it's just like when you asking Shannon the same thing over and over and over and over, and she been telling y'all for the last year over and over and over the same thing. I don't know what heaven is up. She told you about the pregnancy. You know. Okay, I get it. I'm telling you facts. It's a fact that she said Shawty ran away. You need to go do your research. Or, because I don't expect for you to believe me, but just go do your research. It was said. And stayed out like, thank you. Everybody in the chat telling you this, y'all. Pay attention. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. That right there, just that quick, that pissed me off. Just that quick, I need to smoke me one. Y'all gonna give me some lunch today. Not everybody who rocked with me yesterday, man. Because see right there, I need me a drink. I need me something to smoke on. Stuff like that right there, I'll make you. And I don't need no shot. You know, Star got something to do with the case. Start defending Shannon. That type of thing. No, Star just think outside walk. When you add the same thing, you automatically on the bench. Yeah, Shannon ain't that dumb to not know They are trying to trip her up. You feel? That's why she ain't out there doing interview. She tried to rock with Rox and them and do a little interview, but the time she tried to say her part, people went to twisting it up. Shannon probably could tell you a lot more. Shannon probably could tell you more than anybody. But people didn't give Shannon really a chance. Just, you know what? Rather than running around as a point Roxy, people should have been listening to what Shannon was gonna say. Because I'm gonna tell y'all something. A woman scorned, people were looking at it like Shannon was so mad and hurt with Jarvis that she did something to Ziyah. But y'all missing. She was trying to goddamn do something to Jarvis. She was trying to put him on child support. She was trying to tell him. She was trying to keep him away from the kid. She was trying to put out there to tell the world that he was messing with kids. She was trying to bring Jarvis in on some BS now. So that's why I say, man, it's crazy how it's coming out. Again, if anybody can say right now, it's a fact that Shannon abused that person. Shannon put her hands on Ziyah. Is it a police report of that? Is there pictures of that? Is there a statement that say that? So without any of that, without further ado, I can't say that Shannon beat that girl to death. What a police report at? Did anybody call the police? She put money on it, book. Again. Who told us that? Who told us that Jarvis was putting money on the man books? I mean, that Shannon was putting money on the man book. We heard it from one person. The same person that said, shouted through the birthday party for Jarvis. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all seen any birthday party pictures? Any birthday party thank yous? Anything that pertained to a birthday party that was alleged that was thrown for Jarvis? And that fine. Now, you know, if you think she beat up, I can't say that she did it then. I'm just saying that we ain't got no proof. I ain't seen Ziyah beat up. I ain't seen no fight. I ain't seen him beat up. Now, I do know that Shannon went down there and filed a report saying that another girl had beat her up. That Ziyah had got to fight with some girl. And I think they said some girl jumped on her one time. But she went and filed a police report. I know it's a police report on that. People was already pointing fingers at Shannon before she was about to really start talking. Yup. And doing interviews. Exactly. That's a good point of what I'm saying. Rather than chasing behind Roxy and that BS, we should have been listening to Shannon. Because I think Shannon would have been untold by now. See, Shannon is the type that ain't never had no attention. I ain't gonna say that. You feel me? It was the fiance that put the money on the books, not Shannon. That's why you know what I'm saying? We don't even know who put the money on the books. Again, thank you. Black Butterfly heard something different. She heard a different person put the money on the book. Again, we ain't got no jail receipt that say this money was put on this book by Shannon Harris. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw the pictures on the Ziyah, the concerns on her arm, her body bruised, right? And this, but what I'm saying that they said that she had got to fighting with a girl. They said one time she got jumped, and one time she got to fight with a girl, and one of them got a police report. I mean, again, if that man get out of jail, listen, I don't see him getting out of jail. Now, I don't know. But if they go in there and they convict him on their body and them charges, he ain't getting out. Right. I don't believe him either. And I'm saying when you got one team of people trying to make us believe so bad that another team of people did it, I'm gonna look at the team of people that constantly finger pointing. Cause I ain't heard none of them say nothing bad about y'all except that what it is. Clout chasing came in from out of time trying to run things, started to go fund me. Everything that they said about you is a fact and it's true. You chase the clout. You did start that GoFundMe. You did come in town out the blue. You did start trying to run shit. Yeah. The stuff you saying about them, I'm like, hey, where the receipts? Yeah. She definitely got a spell on her. But mind you, if they coming out now saying that she had her first child, which is Anaya Harris, by Jarvis at 13, understand how long or how hard it could be or must have been for Shannon to even get to the point to where she could separate herself from Jarvis, or where she could even get to the point to be done with him. People try to act like they don't understand how love will take over your mind. We all done been in love. You feel? And just like she said on Baby Boy, no, you ain't something. You just in love with a man. And that's most of the problem. Men be in love with women and can't control it. Women be in love with men and can't control themselves. Some people unalive each other. Some people go crazy. Some people unalive themselves. Some people turn to drinking. Some people turn to drug. You feel me? Some people turn promiscuous. There are different outcomes of things that people go through. You know, she can't, and she is desperate. You feel me? I can see her being desperate. But is she okay? Is Shannon an unalive? Is Shannon an unalive? Because what I'm saying is, y'all, have you ever looked a hitter in their eye? You know a hitter got a certain look in their eye, y'all. If you know, you know. Y'all, okay. I can't sit here and call her that. We don't know. I can't call. She don't strike me as no unalive. I know. I'm talking about the one I know. I know when I live. Oh, you a hitter. I can tell, and I be right on the money. She don't strike me as a hitter. She strike me as a person that will cuss you out. She will get violent. She will fight. But take your life. Maybe. Maybe. But other than that, you know, I don't know, yeah. Okay, but yeah, um, yeah, but Shannon and Marquise. So now y'all seen. So you seen them. You saw them smoking dope. I gotta go back and live it though. You telling me y'all seen them smoking dope? This what I be talking about, y'all. This what I'm talking about. Now I could have missed it. I did see them sitting in there on the bed. I ain't see them smoking in though. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? I gotta go back and look at it. I don't remember saying that. Not saying it didn't happen. But you know, hold on, y'all. My bad. My bad, y'all. Hey man. Hey man. I ain't see though. I ain't see that. I didn't see that. I can't tell y'all what y'all saw. I ain't see it. I got to go back and look at it. I got to go back and look at it one life. But I ain't see that he's a joker. I think I saw we can't think we saw what I saw cigar packs. We can't think we saw we got to know it. Right, that part right there. I thought I was you know what I'm saying? And people went to talk about even people talking about that. Oh, they sitting over there in a crack house. Did y'all see anybody come over there and buy anything? Hey, that's a crack house. Now, Look like that boy DeAndre Mike was on some. I don't know. I would go with him before I go with goddamn Shannon. They were like, oh, they getting skinny. Motherfucker still a little bigger than me. Right. Was it a bud pipe? It was some type of pipe. Right. I didn't see that. Let me pull that up. Well, did I? I'm trying to think. Did I put a video up about it? I got to go back and look, y'all. See, that be the stuff I'm talking about right there now. I got to pull it up. You know, I didn't see it. I saw it on the internet. They said, man, I was like, nah, they got us. Now I'm talking about somebody who just said that they said they thought Antoinette Smith said she thought she saw one. But a lot of people been saying that though, that them folks sending. I'm like, again, that right there. People ready to say that Shout smoking dope, and I ain't seen her smoke no dope. I ain't see it. Show it to me. That's what I'm saying. Show me the fight. Show me where Nazaya got to find. Show me the video footage from when Nazaya got to school that day and she was beat up. Now, they did say she went in there in the counselor office. Y'all funny, man. They all letting know. It is a man, girl, then they all letting know smoking. They could have been in there smoking reefer. They could have been smoking a cigarette. I didn't see no. That's all I've been saying the whole time. I'm not seeing the stuff that people are saying. I'm not saying that it's impossible. Or I'm not even saying that it's far-fetched. I'm just saying it's so much. This seems more like somebody trying to sabotage shouting on than get justice, in my opinion. Because again, you just had the audio come out of nowhere. You feel me? You just had audio come out of nowhere. And I don't know who that man is. He could have sat down and did an interview and explained it. Look, boom, boom, and broke it down. And broke it down. They tweaking out. They could be stressed out. They could be stressed out. She could be not eating. You feel? She could not be eating, running from house to house. She's stressing. She ain't got nowhere to stay. They trying to take her kids. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's a plethora of reasons to why she could lose weight. I've noticed that if I go through a breakup, if my baby mom be gonna stress me out, man, I'd be done lost weight. But I got out of jail, I was fat. Goddamn, went to messing with them, getting on my nerve, went to smoking, drinking. You did. Started you know one thing he didn't mention. It was the fact that later testified to see Ziyah with Jarvis last. He never mentioned that in the audio at all. He never mentioned that. He didn't mention it. And you got a lady saying, you got people that are placing Ziyah with Jarvis last seen. And people some kind of way done threw Shannon in her. Not saying she wasn't involved. But I'm not ready to say that she was either. They lost their weight. They stressing, y'all. Listen, you got to remember, they just the aunties. Man, we the aunts. He denied being with her. He sure did. Everything, that's part right there. He said he hadn't seen Ziyah since December of the prior year. And we just with her that day. Yeah, the Jaguar lady said she placed them on the scene. She said that they came now and they seen Ziyah with y'all. So again, people got to tell me this part then. When did the attack happen on the Ziyah from Shannon? If she was gone with King and Jarvis all night. King never mentioned Jarvis' sister being at the shop. I don't believe his sister was there. I believe Jarvis' sister's a liar. I believe Shannon lost them kids too. And when you lose them kids, you lose them food stamps. You feel me? I bet she take them damn chains off them refrigerators now, because that bitch probably about empty. I'm telling you. Pressure gonna bust pipes. And that's what they doing. It ain't, see, Jarvis, that whole audio, and I want to go back and look at that video too, but I'm gonna pull up. But that whole audio, when Buddy talk, that stuff that been circulating on the internet, and a lot of it, some of it don't even add up. Baby, I think she was at the hotel when they got there, and that's when the attack. Oh, you think she? But see, the man saying that the attack happened in the house. He's saying it happened in the house, and she got hit with an object. Right, that part. I can believe she know the details. I can believe that. I can, because see, here's the thing. And I'm saying it because I got different baby mamas. You got one baby mama that you got one baby mama, in my situation, I got one baby mama I talk to more than the others. But I talk to other ones about stuff. Jarvis, this ain't about me. Shit. Jarvis got a baby mama that he probably talked to about stuff more so than others. Right, he could be a henchman for Jarvis. He could be a henchman for Jarvis. He could be planted for, yes, he planted by Jarvis. He's speaking out for Jarvis. This was nothing but Jarvis' side of the story, in my opinion. This is what Jarvis, matter of fact, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, this is probably the defense that Jarvis is finna try to go with, which is what he's saying. Mind you, only person could have told him this is Jarvis. They know the details. They know. They listen. It could be possible that Shannon and the family done accepted, man, Jarvis did it. Because mind you, this was over a year ago, a little over a year ago. Jarvis did this. He done abused these kids. He done did this, and now he's done caught up with him. It's time for him to face his consequences. Because you ever heard the saying, shit, I'm going to just let you hang yourself. You ain't always got to run to the police. You ain't always got to take the law in your hands. You ain't always got to get vengeance. You feel me? Vengeance is mine. That's what the Bible say. So people always gonna crash out. That's why they say, one time shame on you, two times shame on me. I've heard all over YouTube everything he said. He just repeated it. And some of it didn't even match nothing. Another speculation. And that's what I'm saying. So it seemed like this is something that Jarvis is gonna put together, his defense, and they're gonna go to trial with it, allegedly. But I don't see, we shouldn't hear a recorder talking to him in jail, but we have heard the other baby mama though, exactly. And I wonder why that is. But see, it could be possible that Shawty not talking to that man. Bro, let me tell y'all something. You get locked up, Shawty. You get locked. I was locked up one time. One of my baby mama, I ain't talked to her the whole time I was locked up. I ain't want to talk to her. You feel me? Now I talk to my other baby mama, but I ain't talk to her. And if I did, I talked to her like one time right when I was getting ready to get out. Feel me? And I called her from the cell phone. So I say that to say, if you got bad blood with your baby mama, your baby dad when you get locked up, see, you got people that get locked up and they gotta rely on their baby mama, their baby daddy, their family. They got to call their wife and they need money on their book. See, when you got yourself together, you already got a support system. You ain't gotta, I'm gonna load some money on my book. I'm gonna pay my attorney. I'm gonna get me a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I might hit one of my baby mama, depending on which one I'm cool with at the time. Hey, look, you'll do this for me or you'll do that for me. But more importantly, make sure I got some money on me and my attorney paid and I can work it from there. But it's just on which one you got that relationship with. So he might have told one of them That like he could have told Shannon this, but he could have told the one who car he used, the one with the glasses. He could have told her, and she went back and told Shannon. They know what's going on because they involved. When I say involved, they right there in the midst of it. She got dropped off versus getting on the bus. She could have called an Uber. What if she had an Uber? She had a cell phone. What if she told the Uber to meet her at the corner? We don't know. Yep, he did have one baby mama called the other one, though. He sure did. She never ran away versus she never did this with her. Knowing the whole time she done did them both. The rest of the hotel family gone. Cause that's when they say, didn't they say that they seen her go into the hotel but not come out? Am I right about that? Because what I'm trying to figure out here, where was she last seen alive? They can't even tell you that. You know what I mean? They trying to turn it on. I had right. The man. They said they didn't. At the hotel. The hotel is the last play that she was in. Like Roxy said, video showed that for preliminary and everything. See again. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Because that's why I was trying to figure out the stuff that's coming out of being told to us keep coming from one person, one angle. They shooting the narratives at us and yeah. So wait a minute. You mean to tell me, Roxy, have you been to the hotel? Okay, which I assume she had. But did you see on video that you could share with us the world? Ziyah going in that hotel with Jarvis and never coming out. How is that possible? Now the Jaguar lady seen her when they brought the car back. She said that they sat at her house on the couch. She said Ziyah sat in the couch by the sofa. Her little boy was running up playing with Ziyah and King Jar. I think they said they stayed there for about 3 hours. She said no video evidence and no DNA evidence at the hotel. Where the footage at? How does Rossi benefit from lying? Rossi been lying the whole time. She already told you what she was trying to do, and I've been keep telling you how. She tried to run the GoFundMe play. When they called out about that GoFundMe play, she was stuck out there. Hey, why is she advocating so hard for something they already know about? Good point. They could have paid them to delete that. And two, we gotta. I think they talked about this, but I'm not for sure. I watched so many trials, but I do know. I think you only got. Don't them camera systems only record or hold so much storage? So I say that because we don't even know when. I don't know when they even asked for the surveillance. If you ask, mind you, again, the beginning of the year, he wasn't locked up for this. They didn't charge him with this till later on in the year. Exactly. Get this much traction a year later. I mean, and it happened, but a year later, and that's what I've been talking about. Shawty seen an opportunity to go for a GoFundMe play, and they run them all the time on YouTube. And that's why I say YouTube is like, bro. I come up here and I be real, child. I be like, let's think for a minute, not to change anybody's mind, but just think for a second. You know, how is this? What now? You feel me? What? The landlord is locked up for y'all. Why Roxy no man? You went over there with a gun. Why that man ain't locked up? The GoFundMe, it do require you to lie. The GoFundMe ain't nothing but a lie. You feel? She's an opportunist. Good way of putting that. Exactly. People got their own mind. And so the GoFundMe be a play anyway. Just like with the landlord was already mad about them being there, so that was their opportunity to get her out of the way so that they can stay there. Yeah. And that was the part right there. They got home. But see, I think Roxy no, somebody had to call the police. I don't think Shannon them called the police. I think Roxy them called the police. Roxy or somebody that was there, DeAndre, one of them folk called the police. Called them police. The landlord might have called them. Come to think of it. But the landlord who stay downstairs is now locked up with 5 felonies because y'all see that's what I'm saying about that badass energy. I give you somewhere to stay. I don't know who she rented the house to, whether it was Marquita or DeAndre or both of their names is on the lease. The landlord went to jail because they said that Shawty went out there with the firearm. I remember they said that she allegedly shot the firearm. She called the law this. The laws come. She out there with the firearm. Whatever happened, the gun go off. They get the shell case, and then they say they got people that gonna testify to it. The attorney saying that she didn't do it. You got somebody saying that this went off. You feel? Twin, yeah, that energy. Twin called the landlord. Landlord called the police. See, I thought the landlord had heard the commotion or heard what was going on. Okay. Shout out called the landlord who was downstairs. All this for a story. All this for a story, one life. And that's why I say, man, you got people that going too far to try to me, it's like you overdoing stuff. You trying too hard to prove your point. You ain't got to do all that. You feel me? You ain't got to do all that. You can just chill and let it be what it is. You feel me? So let me see real quick. And that's what we end up doing through us watching this trial and listening, really paying attention. We starting to see exactly what it is they got going on, man. I seen a thing where Mark, he went and sat down and talking to some police, y'all. And talking to the police. Wait a minute, I'm trying to pull it up. But let me get ready to open up the panel, man, so y'all can come up and talk to me. Okay. Because again, I do want to see how y'all feel about it and what y'all think. Poor Ziyah is a story instead of who she was. Just like Jarvis, she was a toy to him when she was in love. Nobody cared for her even after all this except for a stranger. Yep. And they got hostile, and that's when she told them to move out the way, and she had her phone on, but she didn't boom. He looked like he got man, y'all look funny, man. Let's see what y'all talking about, man, in the chat. Hold on, let me drop this right here. What we doing today for lunch? One life. Y'all gonna have me up here working all day? Ain't gonna feed me? Let's see what y'all talking about, baby. One life. Let me drop your cash out down here too. But that's the link right there because again, I know people got stuff how they feel. I just really want to know the end result, and I know it's gonna be court when I get my answer. I'll wait. I'll wait for trial because I know that's when we gonna start getting the answers. You know what I'm saying? And the court, that's when it's gonna come out. Mind you, when he go back to court March 7th, and that's really just for some kind of hearing, ain't it? I think he got a hearing on March 7th. But like I say, man, it's just a crazy situation. But we gotta goddamn use we got think a little bit outside the box. That's all. That's all. You know. And I'm not defending anybody. I'm not defending anybody. Anybody that was that was involved, anybody that knew. Now if Shannon knew these things were going on, if she knew, that's what I'm saying. Y'all think it kind of like baby boy. It kind of like baby boy. Let me see, Anthony. Is this you right here? I think I seen it. Let me see something. But look, yeah, this is you. Let me see now. Let's see. But what they do is try it now. I tried to check it now. Bang, man. So bang, man, stuff from this Trump mess. Y'all are so funny. But yeah, Antoinette, try it like that down. Cause I know yesterday it was having some problems with the cash out and stuff like that, but it might be better now. But yeah. Okay, who is it? Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Okay, what's on your mind?
So this whole case is already a trigger warning for many of people already. And I feel like in this case, they really like how everyone else feels we should be going after Shannon. Jarvis is a big part of the case, being that it's a SA, and I don't want to say the word to trigger anyone, but um it's an assault, on a child. And of course, he should be in jail for assaulting multiple children, not just Naziah, and then his own children, his own blood, let alone.
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of that, the auntie giving a statement in that video where they pulled up on her, and she's saying that she gave Naziah a pregnancy test, which is showing that she knew she was pregnant. She knew before she gave her the pregnancy test that she was pregnant. And I feel like in that moment, that before she knew she gave her before she gave her the pregnancy test, I feel like at that moment she was already intentionally planning to do something to this little girl. They were, and then Jarvis, let's backdoor and track on that as well. Jarvis was supposed to go to jail in November or December, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then his date got reset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in December, they pulled up records in the preliminary hearing that he had, what did they say? He had looked up the how what something about the abortion pill and the drink and all of those different things. So Shannon knew already before the unaliving happened that she was pregnant. He
Mm-hmm.
knew she was pregnant. I feel like the family knew. You get what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
to put bases on that. So back during that, he looking up stuff to get rid of the baby. Shannon is trying to help get rid of the baby as well. I don't know. A lot about the case is throwing me off because of the fact of the lack of the evidence that they are collecting, and also the jury. I'm sorry, not the jury, the prosecutors. The questions that they ask, like the questions should have been hard on. I get that they probably trying to wait till trial to apply pressure, but the preliminary hearing was already emotional enough for the world itself. If you're gonna put it out there to the world, you should, the questions that they did not ask, like, okay, well, she had on these type of clothing, but we found this is the clothing that we found. You said she was in these shoes. Okay, well, where is these shoes at? Where's these clothes that y'all talking about she had on? Where's that jacket
Right.
that she had on? Nobody has looked for those evidence, but y'all went ahead and took the evidence that y'all so-called say that y'all found, and
Mind
nobody.
you, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but when you said that, it made me think. And they found that after they got an anonymous tip, right?
Supposedly, but she said in the
Oh yeah.
preliminary hearing that they had already seen those clothes and they documented it, but they did not pull that evidence because they said that they were looking for the clothes that the family gave as a description.
Yep. Cause on the missing paper, it described exactly what she had on. The
Exactly.
shoes, the light, the colorful jacket. Yeah, you right. You right.
So I feel like Shannon gonna go to jail for one, especially after, and that's the real, like, she's going
Yeah,
to go
yeah,
to
straight
jail.
up.
She gave her a pregnancy test. You got on the stand saying that she only had a niece and uncle relationship with this man, but yet you went on her Instagram, and when you went on her Instagram talking about you scrolling and scrolling, but you
Hmm.
went to Jarvis to see if she had been messaging Jarvis. Why
Hmm.
go just to Jarvis if you're saying that she's out being sexual and things like that with other guys or boys or whatever the case is? If you're saying that, then why only go after Jarvis? Because you knew that she was that man was messing with that little girl.
Yeah. You think she knew it for sure? Okay. Do you think she knew it for sure, or do you think she speculated it?
No, I think she knew for sure
Okay.
because of the fact of the messages showing where Naziah, and excuse what I'm finna say because this was in the messages as well. And the
Okay.
messages had me hot. I could have reached through the damn phone and snatched him off that mask, everything he had on. I wanted to rip him apart. But
Right. Right.
their messages was crucial. And in the messages, Naziah is saying, well, she following around, following Jarvis around the house and stuff like that because she wants some ping ping, basically.
Hmm.
And needless to say, once he leave out the room or giving her some or whatever the case is, you
Hmm.
don't think to get up and see where he about to go, where else he finna go in the house. Because excuse my language, when a dude leave my house, I'm up. I don't give a darn
Right.
what we just did. Ain't that much sleep in the world. Ain't that much tiredness in the world. I got two kids in the house. Ain't no way in the
Right.
world I'm about to just let you roam my house like that. Kids by you or not.
Right.
So that that
Look.
that just goes out the window for me. So I feel like she knew. I feel like she probably didn't seen. I feel like she didn't because they'd have been in the bathroom together. I'm sorry, but I don't know how they was raised. But my mama, if the door is closed and somebody in the bathroom, there's gonna be a who in
Right.
here,
Right. Right.
and you in the bathroom for a long amount of time enough for you to get your out. I don't think so.
Right. Absolutely.
Then somebody, you coming out the bathroom, she coming out the bathroom. Somebody had to see y'all coming out this restroom. Somebody had to see y'all going to that basement. Somebody had to see y'all messing around. But let alone, it was the kid, a 9-year-old child, that watched him molest her with their own two eyes. You were sick enough to molest her in front of other children. Then when she said she had took somebody girlfriend, and he
Man, she
said
took her
it's
brother
they
girlfriend,
girl.
didn't she?
What you say?
She took her brother girlfriend, didn't she?
I don't know who girlfriend. Somebody girlfriend.
No, said that. I think she was talking about her brother girlfriend, and yeah, he talking about some. That's IB now. That something.
That's another issue. Now
Yeah.
you got, now where is that baby at? Because that baby needs to be on the stand as well. They talking about they got 21 testimonies or something like that, or people testifying. That baby needs to be on stand as well because obviously it's showing that he was sexual with the child that's in school with her.
And that's why. Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's why I say Jarvis definitely needs to. get life. And if anybody else is involved with this stuff, or everybody that's involved, definitely need to be going to jail. You know,
It
but I
is child endangerment for
absolutely,
one. That's what they need to be ruling. If they're gonna rule anything, it's child endangerment. To start off with, that's one. That's just one count. It's child endangerment because you knew he was a pedophile
absolutely.
and you still let him come around. You still gave him a child, but let alone, see, she got on the stand and lied again. She has 6 children. She don't have 5 kids. She
Yeah.
lied on the stand and said she only got 5 kids by Jordan. She has 6. She got pregnant by him when she was 12 or maybe 13 because you know the year go by whenever her stinking ass birthday is. But needless to say, she had a baby by him already. When she was 13 is when she pushed the baby out. So she could have been pregnant around 12 years old. She could have been pregnant at 13. In between that time, he probably met her when she was fucking 11, 10 years old, something like that. Just like these other babies, there is a
So he must have got her
covering.
pregnant right before he went to prison for messing. Did he go to? Okay, so who is the girl he went to prison for messing with?
I think that's his that was his stepchild. No, well, not even stepchild because child he anyway. But
Remember, he went to prison in about '05. Did them 9 years.
and that was for another baby. I thought that was for the 4-year-old, but no, the 4-year-old just
No, that
came
ain't
about
for
in this
the,
case.
that was a girl that was I think she was 12 or 13. I think
See,
the girl that he went to jail for in '05 was 12 or 13.
and I don't think nobody got the name of the mama or who that is.
Um, dang, somebody probably know. I just can't think of it at the time, but a woman he was messing with, a woman he was messing with, a girl they okay, she was 12 or 13 though. I'm reading the comment, but yeah, I think he went to jail for a girl about 12 or 13 years old.
Yep.
And okay, which also, and people, I've asked this question, nobody been able to answer it. I could be wrong. If Jarvis got out in 2014 from doing the 9 years, I'm still trying to figure out how did Shannon get pregnant by him with Janiyah. If Janiyah was born in 2013, or she was born in, yeah, she was born in 2013. He didn't get out of 2014.
No, I don't know, but they have the DNA of her getting a DNA test for him.
Mm-hmm.
So who's to say? And her sick self, she probably did go to that jailhouse and was fooling around with him in some type of way. Because I didn't heard it. I didn't heard it several times that it is possible.
Right. I
And
think
being that Janiyah is not her oldest child, I can't remember the baby name. I know y'all
Anaya,
know it in the comments. I know y'all know the
you
oldest
talking about
baby name.
Anaya.
Yeah,
Anaya.
she had her already. So for her to be conversating with him while he's in jail, that ain't nothing new as we see already. Yeah, Anaya.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't nothing new because even during this trial, she's been on the phone with him.
Oh, look, what you think about this then? You remember, is it possible that Anaya is the girl who was at the shop when him and the dude got to fighting? You remember King was in prison and he said Jarvis and the dude got to fight because the dude tried to holler at Jarvis' daughter?
I might have been. It might have been. It
Because he
might have been her, but they saying that the little girl stayed with the foster parent or whoever adopted her, and that
mm,
she wasn't around. But I don't think that's the case because the way he is and the way they saying he is and all of that he's smooth and all of this other shit. I hope he's smooth enough for somebody to slide in his backside and get him right. Anyways,
okay, okay. But
but
yeah,
yeah,
that's crazy. And see, that's what I'm thinking too. That because he King also said on the stand that they would come up there. He didn't say they. He said she would come up. He said something about getting air in their tie. That's how he the met his daughter. That's what he said. He said that's how he met his daughter. Well, from them coming up there getting air in their tie. So
The oldest?
he didn't say. He didn't say. But it made me think he had been an older person if they got a car getting air in their tie. But then people said he could have been talking about a bike. I never seen Ziyah with a bike.
No, that ain't nothing about no bike.
You remember
The
when he
girl
said that
was
on the stand?
walking up there.
Did you hear him say that on the stand about they used to come up there? She said, "Have you ever met Jarvis's niece?" And that's what he said. He said, "I met the niece." He said that's how he met the daughter, was from the niece coming up there getting air in her tie.
He had to been talking about Janiyah.
He had to. Because
He
he
had to
also
be.
said, when he was talking about that fight, they said, how old is this daughter? He said, oh, she got to be about 19, 20, 21,
Okay,
22.
then no, that's Anaya then.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah, I'm talking about Unai. I'm talking about
Yeah,
Unai.
yeah.
Yeah,
Then
I'm
it
talking
had to
about
be
Unai.
that's how he had to have. So even if somebody was trying to holler at his daughter, and I'm not saying it's right because I'll be pissed off if a grown ass man say anything to my child. I'm gonna knock your ass out.
Right.
Period. But it's the fact that you think you have a defense and you out here you wanna put out a front like as if you trying to stand up for your child at the same time molesting your child.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a right. You
Right.
have you yeah, defender, but at the same time, you about to go and do something too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
shit's sick.
Now, even with the beatings, right? Now, when they were saying that, and this just, again, I'm just hypothetically speaking over here, y'all. I'm with y'all 100% now. You feel me? I'm with y'all. But what you think about when they were saying that Shannon would get the fighting with Naziah, right? Now, could it be? I'm just asking a form of whooping her butt because she out there being grown and she telling her to stop doing what she doing?
No,
Okay,
I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I think it was more so behind Jarvis and her
okay,
trying to maybe, and I could say maybe trying to get her to stop messing with Jarvis. Maybe
right.
because of knowing what he has done to the twin already.
Gotcha.
Knowing that she's been pregnant by him at the age of 13 already.
Okay. 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 I was just asking. Let's see what Sean B got to say. I see you down there in the chat been going in. What's going on, Sean? How you feeling?
What's up, Star? Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
Hey.
Yeah. We can hear you. How you
Okay.
feeling? What you mind?
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So first I want to say I appreciate you being objective and, you know, giving everybody something to think about. You know what I mean? Because we all need to be prepared when this trial begins. So I appreciate all of that.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, my opinion, all of what I'm about to say is my opinion if it's not already been presented evidence. I definitely believe that Roxy came into the picture for a money grab,
Okay.
otherwise known as a GoFundMe, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But like I said before, the GoFundMe was based on the premise of Naziah's missing classification, right?
Mm-hmm.
Beyond that, though, is why I asked, what did she stand to gain? How did she stand to benefit by lying and blaming people other than who's already been arrested? We all feel some type of way about Roxy. Absolutely. We all feel some type of way about the way she's been moving. Absolutely. In fact, I remember being one of the ones who said, what's with all the goddamn whispering?
Right.
You know what I mean? If this is to blow the cover off of all of this generational BS, why the hell y'all keep whispering? What is all of this? You know what you did. Say something. No, forget all that for the lack of what I really want to say. Forget all that. You know what I'm saying? Okay. With all that being said, and I understand that that house is a house of horrors. Yes, it is. That house has so many layers of gutter trash that, you know, we'll lose our minds trying to peel back the layers. However,
You was dirty like that.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You haven't heard about Annette's first child and how it happened?
Mm-mm. Refresh my
Incest.
memory.
Incest.
In,
Annette, the grandmother.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there is generational ugly, okay, in each one of the homes where Annette has lived. Now, as far as how to work the system, Annette raised them kids on how to work the system.
All
When the
right.
grandson, when Naziah's brother kept running away, Annette finally said, "Listen, you can go on about your business, but I'm not reporting it because you ain't messing up my check." This is my opinion, but I like to put everything that I've heard, everything that's come out of all the cousins' mouths, not off of YouTube, but out their mouth, right? You know, when I say not off of YouTube, I mean not the YouTubers, the podcasts, and all of them. I mean from their mouth themselves that I've watched, right? They all Jarnell, Kawana, Roxy, Ciara, they've all said that Naziah's brother ran away many times, many times. The last time though was when Annette said, "Go on about your business because you're messing up my money." You know, like that Tupac song, "The social worker here every day."
Yep.
So
Yeah.
the next time you run, I'm not calling them, telling them nothing. You want to go ahead. Okay, fine.
Yep. I
That's the one
completely,
that I'm sorry. Go ahead, babe.
no, I'm saying I completely agree with you. You got it. I agree.
Okay, that's the part. That's the only part that I heard about a runaway that was actually running away. Now, where that refers to Naziah was that she wasn't that kind of kid. But I've heard, regurgitations of it and then hypocrisy about it all. One minute she was that kind of kid, next minute she wasn't. One minute she was running away to go get with some boy or some grown man chasing some ick. And the next minute she wasn't that kind of kid. She was a good kid. She was a straight A student. Da 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 da. Okay. Somebody lying obviously. You know what I mean? We all saw them lie on Stan, Annette and Shannon. Annette said, and Shannon said, Jarvis was never in the house. Shannon said, the only time he came in the house is if I was there. Yeah, whatever. So, anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so Shannon, back to my point, Shannon was definitely raised with some ugliness. What happened in my house, stay in my house, and y'all don't say nothing.
Yep.
Okay, fine. With that though, Naziah's mother was touched. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Naziah's mother was Annette was touched. Naziah's mother was touched. Some of the cousins or great aunt said that even Shannon and Marquita was as well. So yes, Star, there is definitely a generational curse being raised with those kids. But that does not negate the fact that Shannon, Annette, and Marquita, and everybody else who knew that Jarvis was around them kids and didn't call the police. And just because Annette was the one on paper as custody of Naziah, them two itches was grown. They were grown. And if I see my mama doing something wrong to my brother, my niece, my nephew, I'm speaking up. But like we've already conceded, they were raised differently. So I'll give you that. They were raised differently. We don't go against mama. Mama said this, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But if for no other reason, Shannon, Annette, and Marquita deserve to go to jail because they had a pedo in that house around them kids. That's illegal. That's illegal. Period.
Is that illegal though?
Yes, it is. That's part of his registry. A SO can't be around kids.
Mm.
A SO cannot be around kids. I wouldn't give a damn what state it is. It
I
is
mean,
stipulated
I remember the
strictly,
man who I used to cut his hair, and he was an offender. His wife had a daycare, and he had kids, and
and it was illegal. And it was illegal.
so
Had something came about with either one of those children,
mhm.
it would have come out, and that would have been part of the charges. And I
There's
guarantee you,
no
that's
way
gonna come out in trial.
is there no way offenders can be around their own kids or have a family once they're on the offender list? I mean, look at Nicki Minaj. Her husband on the offender list.
They have to have supervised visits.
Nicki Minaj husband on the offender list. They had a whole baby. They lived together and got married.
But if you got that kind of lawyer, if you paying for, that's just like a gag order or something like that. If you paying for some type of stipulations, you got the money to do that. Of course, you're gonna do that.
Right,
So he'll be able to, again. He was never. Their life was in the public, so he was never, to them. He was never alone by himself with that baby. Cause she vouched, and I'm pretty sure she had other people petition that they never seen him alone with that baby. And again, she got that kind of money where she can pay for that to go up under the radar.
right.
We're going
But
on
where
to
Jarvis is concerned, his charges. See, it's one thing for it to be statutory or something like that, right? But where Jarvis is concerned, we talking about from 4 years old on up.
yes,
You
ma'am.
can't tell me his charges, his parole, probation, whatever, wasn't stipulated no children. No children contact whatsoever. The closest you better come to a child is your nut. That's it.
Mm.
My opinion.
Yes, ma'am.
So I guarantee you, like they said, his charges are going to be upgraded, and I look forward to it. But Shannon not saying something about what she knew is ridiculous and is utterly repulsive. It's repulsive. The fact that she would say what he did was on him, not me. Yes, ma'am, it is. Yes, it is. It started with Marquita because she brought him around. Maybe y'all didn't know the charges that, his jacket, his history. But by the time Shannon got with him, they knew because he told Shannon. She said he told her, and she
Yep.
still brought him around. So yes, ma'am, it is on you. That's where it starts. If I give you the match and my girlfriend give you the gasoline and you throw it, we all guilty.
Yep.
We're all guilty.
Guilty by
Every one of
association.
us. What you say, babe?
I said guilty by association.
Absolutely. If nothing else. If nothing else. Now I don't believe that Shannon unalived her, but like I said in the chat, I believe girlfriend know everything. I believe girlfriend know everything. Because
Yeah, I
at
do.
that point he was using the other BMs for their vehicles so he could move. So he can move, keep it moving, move around. Like they said, alibis. I was over here, I was over there.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, you was over there long enough to get them keys and pull off.
Yep. And it's sad because when you put it like that, it just made me think. Ziyah Harris done been in every last one of their calls.
Period. I
Yep.
can believe it.
Yep.
He would get the calls just so he would have a way to go pick her up.
Yep.
I can believe that.
That's crazy. Cause all them had calls.
Yep.
And don't forget, Shannon said she would have Naziah call him and ask him, do he need her to come up there?
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
If there
illegal.
if there wasn't about some money,
Hey,
I
you know
took that
what? She
as
did.
those
She
are the
did say
days.
that.
I took those as if those are the days that she couldn't get in contact with him to get some money. So she put Naziah up to that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, do you need her
Absolutely.
to come up there? Because she knew once Naziah came back, I'm pretty sure he allowed her to have some money out of all
Right,
of what was going on up there. He was giving her some type of cash, whether it's 20, 30, $40. We know she
right,
Right.
didn't have it. She wasn't doing all that because her phone was getting
right.
turned off.
And he didn't desire her anymore. You saw the text messages where Naziah said, go on, give her some so she'll leave you alone.
And I
And then
and
come cuddle with me.
I secretly believe Naziah was still logged in on Shannon's phone. So she's seen every text message
Period.
corresponded with Jarvis and Naziah at the same time. They
That
would
part.
never
Right,
know if she's still logged in. She already confessed that she had the passcode, two passcodes on Naziah. So why wouldn't she be logged into her Instagram account? And
exactly.
it's not saying that you can't be logged in on two devices. But I
That
believe
part
she was sitting
exactly.
back in the cut watching them text back and forth, and she knew how far this had went. She knew it was too far. She had gone. She was too far gone.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mm.
Shannon knows more. She can stand there and she can play off of us saying, they kind of special, they kind of slow. She ain't that slow. She like to brag about how many kids she got and swear up and down she ain't desperate.
Thanks.
I don't know what kind of mirror she looking in, but it spells desperation, boo.
It
Know what part
spells
she like.
it spells jealousy. She was jealous that Jarvis would do. He would jump at what Nazar would ask of him because she only wanted one thing. She wanted love. He only wanted one thing from her, and she was willing to do whatever it took to get his attention. He
Yes.
knew he had her mind, body, and soul. So with
Yes.
that being stated, he didn't give off a motive. Why would I mess that up? Because you had a baby. So what? There's a lot of these women out here having my kids, having my babies at an early age. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there would
Mhm.
be no reason for him to kill her off when they could have had the baby. And again, I say she wanted that baby, and I believe he did as well. Just something they could have been breeding kids. You know what I'm saying? Just a little trophy to say he had her in his own little in his sick little way. I believe
Yep.
they did talk about having kids, and that's when she kept poking the bear. And when Shannon did find out after seeing all these messages and stuff, that's when Shannon was like, "You gotta go." And Annette probably was right there with her. Yeah, she gotta go. She finna mess up my money, cause they gonna have to figure out who baby
And don't forget the whole TikTok where she ain't even pretty.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
forget that TikTok, okay?
Yep. Yep. And then we
Poking the
gonna have
bear,
some
all
pretty
right.
babies and
She
stuff
was
like
poking
that.
the bear.
Hmm. Yep. And them messages, her saying that the detective or whoever was coming to pick up a tablet, they saying that she had two tablets, one at school and one at the house.
Hmm.
That one that was at the house, I feel like was already logged in with the
Yeah,
tablet. Like it's synchronized. I've seen
right,
it before. I think those tablets were synced together. So whatever, even if Naziah thought that they didn't know, you get what I'm saying?
right.
I feel like the messages was going to that other tablet that was at the house as well. So they knew for a fact.
Yep.
They knew
Absolutely.
when she was linking with him. They knew when she was leaving with him. They knew.
But let me ask you this. So, as a woman, a grown woman, you know your man going to link up with your knee, you gonna just let it happen?
That's
Shannon
it.
don't strike me as that type.
She give me that type. I ain't gonna lie. She gives me the type of like, oh well, Naziah messing with Jarvis. So when she get back, I'ma give her the business. That's what she
Yeah.
gave me. Like
And
when
they
she,
started pimping her out. They started pimping her out. Like the other young lady just said, when
It worked.
Shannon didn't have no money, she would have Neziah pick up the phone and call or text and say, "Do you need me to come or do you need her to come?" Knowing she coming back with some money, but
Right.
knowing what you're going there to do to get it.
yep,
Yep.
Because his fetish is what it is.
Yep.
And I believe she already had the feeling, had the notion or whatever. He don't want me no more. Because like we just said, she saw the text messages.
And
She saw it.
she wasn't
Yeah.
13-year-old love no more.
Yep. Yep.
Dang.
Yep.
I feel like he like, I mean, I know it's sick, but I just feel like he like Ziyah more than anyone. And it's crazy.
She fit the picture.
Oh, that first
She
baby.
was young and tender. She fit the picture.
Yeah.
Shannon was when Shannon was still underage. But once she started having all them babies, that stuff got stretched out. She got as big as a beluga whale. He was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. This ain't gonna work. First of all, you're getting too old. And
And
second of
mind you,
all, what I
did she
supposed to do
mess
with all
around?
that?"
Go ahead, my bad.
No, go ahead, babe.
Did she mess around with King? I know he said he met with their sister, but he messed with her too then.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about her and King. We've all said it's a possibility because she nasty like that. You'll go behind your sister, you'll go behind anybody.
If you remember, the man
they
asked
was messing
Jarvis,
around together.
he asked him on the stand, he said, that didn't cause a problem with you and Jarvis? He said, no. But he said the problem did come when Buddy tried to holler at Jarvis' daughter. That's when they got into that fight.
Right. That's true. That's true.
But
Mm,
like
mm,
I
mm,
don't
mm.
think
it
King
could,
innocent in this
Shannon
either
was trying to get her lick back.
because I feel like King was there. He was at the shop. He's the partner or whatever he's supposed to be, the person at the shop, right?
Right.
And if these kids seen him messing with Neziah, what make you think King ain't see him messing with Neziah?
He
That's true.
definitely King
That's
picked
true.
King would pick Neziah up with him. That was
Exactly. And I'm sure the conversation wasn't, my niece, or niece, you want to go get some McDonald's, or niece, you need some pads, or this, that, and the third. No, 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 no. It wasn't no niece. It wasn't no niece conversation in that car. I don't think it was at all.
I don't either. I don't either. It was a freaky conversation. That, like he said, they stopped. No, they started at that liquor store. Everybody know when you drinking, ain't nothing gonna good come from
Ain't nothing good coming from it.
Sure ain't, just like that old man that was in the video with Neziah,
it.
that
Drink.
the other dude, and he in there drinking and going on, and he holding on to her tight, got him on her lap. Baby, he would have got slapped out that chair real fast.
You see what I'm saying about the generational stuff? That's what I'm saying. And they're saying that that's the uncle that touched Lady.
Yep, that's what they said.
And now you got him around the daughter of Lady.
Exactly. Knowingly. Christopher can tell that bullshit. The other brother can tell that bullshit about how he's trying to get his record expunged and all of that. This man got too many charges for it to be a lie.
Right.
He got too
Exactly.
many charges. Come on now.
They'll
And
be
that's what
convicted and did the time.
And that's what Shannon said
Yeah.
about Jarvis as well. That it was females lying on him. How many females until your senses click in that it ain't no lie?
Absolutely.
Exactly. And she so conveniently omitted the fact that it was a 4-year-old. Oh, and that's the other thing. There's a second 4-year-old, y'all. There's a second 4-year-old that the baby was 4 when it happened. The one, okay, slow down, Sean. The charges that he is locked up on now, before Neziah, he was already going to be charged, right? One is a 13-year-old and one is now a 20-year-old. Well, that 13-year-old was 4 when it happened. He already did time for the first 4-year-old that he gave the STD to. This is another 4-year-old. This is another one. And the one that's 20, she was 13 when it happened. Or no, I'm lying. She was 8 or 9 when it happened. The one that's 13, she was 4 or 5 when it happened.
Okay, okay,
See
there we
what I'm
go.
saying? Mm.
I just feel
Dang,
like
that's crazy.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I didn't
sir.
know it was two of them. What going on, Michelle? How you doing?
Hey, Star. Hey, everyone on the panel. Um,
Hey.
I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I'm enjoying the content, Star. Really.
Thank you.
This is, and it may be far fetched, it may not be, but I know you. Watched. I've been, watching since the beginning, and like, okay, well, maybe, or pretty much no one has proof about Shannon, but I do think that Shannon is involved, and let me tell you why. Jarvis, I don't know, is it 19 kids or, so if you already got 19 kids, what's 20? I don't think,
Hello.
yeah, I don't think that he would, I don't think he unalived her because she was pregnant. I mean, you already got 19 kids by women of various ages. What's 20? Um, I think that it does relate to Shannon, and if she didn't necessarily do anything, if she didn't actually do it, I think that she was involved. And why? Because one, like I said with him, you already got 19, what's 20? Or if it's 26, it's so many different numbers, but it's a lot. Okay. And then what is it? What's his motive? Because he's already dealt with this 20 times already, or 19 times already, or whatever the number is. Um, I do agree with Sean. I think that Annette is well, let's not say she's a pimp. She was like a madam, like
Yes.
she was running something over there, and that's why
Yes.
all those kids are, that's why they're leaving. Um, I remember, Star, you had a one of them. I think it was during the week. I was working, but I was listening to the Saints. I was just in the bushes about the brother. Why, bro? Why did you leave your sister? You know what's going on in there. Why would you leave her there? Like, even if you ran away, why didn't you run away with her? And then you're protecting Annette. I think that Annette is a madam. I really do. I think
Me
that
too.
she was, and I think that they was pimping out her to Jarvis and whoever else around
Yep.
there.
that.
I really do. I
And
Mm-hmm.
really, really do.
and
Listen
on top
to.
of
Mhm.
go,
Go ahead.
go
Sorry.
ahead, go ahead.
No, Alexia, go ahead. Is that Alexia? I'm sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Yeah,
Yeah,
Alexia.
yeah, but I was about to say, on top of that, y'all don't think that being that, like they say, the people coming over there checking the kids, checking out, you know what I'm saying, periodically they gotta come in and check the house, right?
Mhm.
Y'all don't think
In
that
foster
because
care,
now,
they come every 3 months. I've been a foster parent.
yeah,
My son is older now. He's still my son, but at the end of the day, I've been a foster parent, and I know they come every 3 months.
so being that they coming, like they coming, right? And during the
Mhm,
time she pregnant, right? She at least 7 months, seven months almost due, right? She getting ready.
mhm.
These people are coming. Y'all don't think that they got rid of her because they were gonna have to answer to the fact of how did this 13-year-old child get pregnant?
That's a
Right.
possibility.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
see,
like
and
that is what's going on. I don't know. That just sank in me while y'all was talking. I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Ain't they gonna have to answer to the fact of how did this 13-year-old get pregnant? Then once they figure out she's pregnant, she is one of the kids that you adopted. So you are in charge. So that means CPS coming to take all the kids. There go all your money.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
but let me ask you this: was she adopted, or was she in kin? Because they got this thing where you can have foster kids where they are, not outside the family. I think it's called kinship care when they're inside the family. So did she adopt them, or was she going? Was they? Did she foster? Desire, because if she was fostering her, one thing about foster care is that you can get your license and you can lose a child if you do not have them going on a regular. They gotta go to their medical visits. So does anybody know, did she legally adopt her or did she foster her through kinship care?
Her testimony was that she adopted her. I
Okay.
I don't know.
Two
From the
years old.
father, the father said he gave up his parental rights
Hmm.
to Annette, and then everybody else, all the rest of the family, is saying so did Lady. So I don't know to what extent,
And when you
the
foster, I mean,
legal.
and that's still, even when you foster, it's still kinship care, and it doesn't mean if they gave up their rights, it doesn't mean that she legally adopted her. It could be that she was fostering her. I don't know, but at the end of the day, something was going on there. I think that Annette was running some type of ring with those kids. I think that, and then
Absolutely.
I do believe that, like, even though I didn't see them with any pipes. That's why I put that in there. I didn't see them with crack pipes, but I believe they were crackheads. And what do crackheads do? Okay, Jarvis could have gave her whatever her pleasure was, and she allowed that based on whatever is going on. I don't know. That's just an assumption. There's no proof of that. But what I'm saying is that they were like, how could Shannon do that if she had an addiction? Very easily, she could have done that. Very easily. And
That's
people are
not
like, well, how you
illegal.
ignore that? You ignore it because this person is also feeding you whatever your addiction is. So you're allowing that to happen. And it makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense of what they did, but it makes sense of how it happened or how this was going on. And why Shannon would turn a blind eye. And then lastly, I would say, if you're innocent, why lie?
Exactly.
What are you
About
lying?
anything.
About anything. When you got a story to tell, whether people believe it or not, right, wrong, or indifferent, if you're not if you're innocent, you don't have a reason to lie. People, why would you think about it psychologically? When any of us, I don't make a practice to lie, but if I were to lie, it would be to protect myself or protect something, to hide something. Because you don't need to hide the truth.
Yep.
You're lying for a reason. It's to authorities, to the courts, to the public. So but it'll come out in court. It's going to come out. And I said lastly, but I do want to say one last thing is that, one, we don't know what it is, but just going through the trials that I've looked at, and Star, I know you watch a lot of trials, and I'm gonna say this and also ask your opinion. If in fact right now at this current time, if they begin any type of prosecution with Annette or Shannon, then they would have the right to plead the fifth. I believe that they have not moved on them because they need their testimony.
Oh, I
Because
said that.
I
Yes, ma'am.
believe that. I believe they're
Yes.
gonna get them, but they ain't gonna get them right now because they need their testimony. And if you
Yep.
start prosecution on them, that means that I can plead the fifth because I'm not going to incriminate myself.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
So
And
they're
they can't
using
plead
them.
as long as they're not charged.
Right. So let's just take, as all I say is it's gonna happen over time. But that police department don't seem like they so stupid. And right now they need their testimony. But I guarantee you that if they walk out of that courtroom, they're still, by the time they get home, when it's over, they're gonna get them. But right now they're using them. That's
Yep.
all I
Yeah.
gotta say.
Look, you hit it
The
right on the
best.
head, Miss Shell.
Yep.
They using them.
Yep.
They using them. I like how you put that. And I wouldn't be surprised if the feds picked them up on further charges.
Yep.
Yes, sir. You know why? Because what they're going to, now again, I could be wrong, but I believe that again, and I think with Sean, as far as the trafficking and everything else, that's where they're gonna get their federal charges. It's gonna be it's gonna be sex trafficking with the and child
Oh, that's right.
whatever. That's where the feds gonna get them. They gonna let the state get them on them on all the other things, and they gonna come get Net and Shannon on child sex trafficking. Watch what I tell you.
Yep.
I can believe that.
Hmm.
Hmm. Absolutely. I agree with all that, man.
I do too. I do too.
I do.
Again, I'm gonna drop down. I'm still down there in the chat, but I want to make sure everybody, other people come up and everything. But Star, I love what you're doing. You know, I know you're great, and I just love how you are just. I don't know. I can't say blossoming because you've always been great. Anyway, but
Well,
all of
thank you.
this, I
Thank
think
you.
you're really like, you really have a very diverse panel. You have diverse opinions, and you let everybody talk, and you don't jump on anybody for opposite opinions and stuff like that. So that's all I had to say, and I'm gonna drop down.
Thank you, Michelle.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
But yeah, anybody else want to come up? Did I just drop the link? I just dropped the link. But yeah, I think y'all made some really really good points, man. Miss Sean, Michelle, Kiki, Lexia. You know what I'm saying? Everybody right on point. And I think we're definitely gonna see justice for Nazai. I have no doubt in my mind. It's so many families, man, they go and don't have justice. But I think because we keep Nazaya name alive, because we do talk, and that's why I come up here and I try to. This year, I done came a long way, so I try to be respectful more. So even though I come up here and say how it is, I also try to step back and say, well, have an open mind and be more respectful to the family because I know that they are going through a lot. But by us speaking on Nazaya's name, I ain't gonna say nothing bad about Nazaya. But by us speaking positive on Nazaya and keeping her name ringing, I think it put pressure on the courts and on the child system to do better, especially in the city of Detroit.
Yep. And I think that is well along with them doing these interviews by Shannon and the family doing interviews, like allowing people to interview them while this case is still open. They ain't doing nothing but incriminating themselves.
Exactly.
Through all of them questions that they keep on answering, we keep on getting more and more details of what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Because I believe little do Shannon know. While Roxy was questioning her standing in that house, what she did was she made it where the prosecutors can call Roxy, put her under oath, and question her about what that conversation was. Now, they may call it hearsay. You know what I'm saying? They may call it hearsay, but if nothing else, they may not put her on the stand because it'll be called hearsay, but they could call her in and question her about it.
And they could subpoena that video that they got.
They sure can. They sure can. They sure can. And the
They
fact that
probably
they
already subpoenaed it.
hmm
Cause mind you, it was a crime happened that night. Lady sitting in jail for 5 felonies.
they're gonna have to do something about it. Watch. And that landlord not gonna let this slide. She's not gonna let this slide, especially when she get out. They got people trying to put a GoFundMe together to get her out of jail. I'm so serious.
Get who out of jail?
The landlord,
Oh.
cause I think she was the one in the video that was asking the real questions. Like, so you thought it was okay to have this baby around this man. So you didn't think he was messing with this little girl. Like, how did you not think that was not gonna happen?
I
Because you
think
had
that
a
was
baby
that
by him.
guy's I think that was that guy's family member, like auntie or something. Yeah. Because
Oh,
remember, Marquita she said, I'm on the phone with the landlord right now. And she said, can you come up here right quick? And then Marquita, after this my house, she disappears from the scene for a minute. I think that's when she went down to the landlord.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
went outside to talk to her.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But I think that lady in
That's
the
why
pink
Martin
hat
kept
that was
looking outside.
questioning. Yeah. I
wait a
think that
minute.
lady in the pink hat was related to DeAndre.
Cause one of them was his sister. I think one of the girls was his sister or something. But that was the boyfriend aunt. That was the boyfriend's aunt. Oh, okay, okay. That was the boyfriend's aunt, they saying. But
And they
yeah.
said Waters, the people that so called that's not legally to come and put people out, but they came. The people that was outside, all of those dudes that came, I think they were coming to get Shannon out the house.
Absolutely.
Yep. Because she's squatting, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy. Hold on, I
Hmm.
gotta do it though. Uh, but yeah, okay. So look, yeah, when that situation happened over there at that house, they went with them motives, right? I mean, with them intentions of they went over there. First of all, you can't evict nobody. You ain't got no kind of license, no marshal, no court order, no nothing. I don't even think the landlord. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even think the landlord knew that this was finna happen. Although they are saying the landlord wanted Shannon gone, the landlord know I'm a landlord. We know the proper procedures. You feel me? That's called an illegal eviction. You put somebody out, they can sue you and take your shit.
Well, it's
So,
called an eviction. An eviction is required if you're a tenant, but if you're a squatter, the squatter would have to fight it. But somebody can come in there and physically remove you if you've been deemed a squatter.
Yep. And then
but
the people
if
that
they
live,
own the house, if they rent in the house, that ain't squatting.
Shannon, I mean, not Marquita and DeAndre. I'm talking about Shannon.
But see, that ain't squatting. And I don't know about up there. I'm thinking squatting is you find an abandoned house and you move in.
no, 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 no. When people squat, they come in someone else's home as if they're
Mhm.
a roommate. Sometimes this is how it happened. They will come in like as if they're a roommate, but
Mhm.
yet they don't pay any bills. And the fact that you give them a verbal agreement that they can stay there at your home, and when they decide that they don't want to pay rent and they've been there for a little bit of a time, then you can't get rid of them. You have to evict them out of your home because they're not on your lease. So now they're considered a squatter.
Right, right.
And just like she said, my sister said I could come here. She's squatting. She don't pay no bills there.
See, that ain't squatting, that freeloading.
That's
That's what
what.
that is. That's what that is, sir. That's freeloading all day.
Yep.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. So, and see, even with like how you just explained that, the landlord should have went to the courts and said, "Look, I got somebody." She should have filed a trespass. She should have called the police and filed trespass. She don't want. I don't want her on my property. Told the police what was going on. The police would have said, "Well, look, man, either you got to go through the courts, or you can have these people put out." 9 times out of 10, they're gonna tell you to go through the courts, file that up, because you gotta get that widow possession. It's a lot you got. It ain't even a lot, really. In the states where I got goddamn property, it ain't that hard. You can go right in the courthouse. You can do it online. Think it $30, $100, something like that. They got 7 days.
She didn't even get time to go to the court. They had already took her to jail because she about to shoot everybody in the house.
Everybody. Hey, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's why I told y'all about them firearms. When them firearms get involved, I told y'all it's a different ball game when them firearms get involved. Now Mark brought his butt on live trying to do all the talk. He ain't tell us that gun went off. That's you feel me? Warning shot, whatever. I'd have been in jail for a warning shot. That's why
Yeah,
she's sitting in jail.
it changed the temperature. Yeah, it changed the
But you know
temperature of
what?
the whole reason for being there. Hmm.
The attorney did say that, but they also saying that they got people that's gonna say she did it. They say they got what witnesses,
Two of them. One is
two
a
witnesses.
neighbor and
That's
somebody that
Roxy
Hmm.
and possibly DeAndre. And like you said, while Marquita was on the phone with their landlord, Shannon was in there calling Chris and them and calling Eric and Eric Jr. And that's why she told Roxy, "This what you wanted. This what you wanted." Which was you wanted to come over here and get some stuff started. So we gonna go and get it started.
I would have got it started. She would have been eating that oven.
You feel me?
Period.
They were supposed to fault enough. They were supposed to fault. But man, they were supposed to fault.
I'm telling you, that wouldn't
All over it.
have eyes on her and just not been able to lay hands.
I
instant.
would have remodeled the kitchen, I'm telling you.
For real, mopped her with the floor. The floor was already dirty. Next nigga laid up on the air mattress.
He called these folk house dirty. Yeah,
That house was filthy.
that
And the
was a
room
little
that they
dirty.
was in, they all big back laid up on an air mattress that's laid to the carpet.
Mm-mm.
Don't forget the sheets up to the window.
That too. Just I
That,
didn't been through
oh, the
some
sheets
things.
on. I thought that was a green screen. Was it green? Y'all did see. I'm talking about the green one.
No, no, you didn't start. You stopped that.
What they
I
need a
thought they
green
was in there
screen?
making YouTube videos. No, Chris, I got a green. It ain't no curtain. It's a green screen. So that's what I thought it was.
They don't need a green
Okay.
screen.
They was
Mm.
in there. Don't y'all get me started. I'm trying to be for real. Hey, right, but yeah. Hold on. But I do think she gonna definitely get justice. I think
Yep.
she gonna definitely get justice, man. And I just think that, man, like I say, and it's the internet, and I love when we come together over here because I like for people to say how they feel, and I like to hear different perspectives. You know what I mean? And without criticism, without criticism, because I think everybody makes a really good point. What's going on? Everybody in the chat pulling up. I think a lot of people make a lot of really good points. And like I say, I think everybody completely right with Shannon, and she got to be held accountable. She know more than what she's saying, I believe. Just boiling down to the crime of it is like, shoot, when they get in courtroom, like you said, they using them for their testimony, and then they gonna come and shout at them, and they know a lot more. I'm talking about the laws. They know a lot more than what they sharing with us. They ain't gonna share the information with us because look what we doing already. But look at what y'all doing. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Put that out. I thought they might have had an OnlyFans. I'm trying to tell you, folks don't make an OnlyFans.
Yeah, and one thing that I think a lot of people have forgotten was Jarnell and Kiwana said that before Jarvis even came into the picture, Naziah was calling out for help. You see what I'm saying? So it was when they found out that Jarvis was there and he had gotten arrested and somebody had called for them. He had one of the kids with him. So they called out to the family to go get the child from the police station was when they found out what the charge was. And then that's when they actively got involved. Well, I'm sorry. If she was calling out for help before this, where the hell were y'all?
Mm.
Waiting to pray on her.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
And the next
Man,
got another thing coming, and she thinks she gonna be able
cause
to
look,
adopt.
my bad. When you just said that she was crying out for help before that, because she looked a lot younger when that man Eric was holding her and stuff, hugging her and stuff. You know what I'm talking about, Eric, when he made the picture, she looked
Yeah.
younger. So
Absolutely.
it's no telling how many years of abuse she was going. It's safe to say it started back when she was 2, 3, 4 years old.
Safe to say.
It's safe to say. Because that's what they family do. You just broke it down for where they were 2, 4-year-old, 9-year-old. That type of stuff ain't got no limit. No age limit. No age limit. And man, this is crazy.
So was it any of this is the question, girl. I'm trying to look in the chat too. Was there any of Shannon kids that was violated by Jarvis as well?
Janaya.
Yes, Janiyah.
Okay. I thought so. Because when he said I wouldn't get one without the other, I said he was messing with his own daughter too.
Yep.
So yeah, okay.
Yep. And see now, even when now, oh, y'all remember that part? They stopped Naziah from going up there. They used to let Janaya keep going. Remember,
Yep.
Janaya went up there and they was like they had to ask the grandmama if Ziyah could go. The grandmama said she couldn't go up there no more.
Yeah.
You remember? They said they stopped her from going up there. The grandmama had stopped her from letting her go up there.
Because I think at that point they knew she was pregnant. At
Right.
that point they knew she was pregnant.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yep.
Yep,
The
and it
deed
had
was
got too
done.
far out of line.
Yep. Annette like, uh-oh. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Hold on now. This is where I get in trouble.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
I'm telling y'all, she got an answer. She still got an answer to that. So it's the fact of you were the supervised person that was supposed to be watching Azai, that was supposed to be in care of her. You were her caregiver. And you didn't think not a one time to take her to the doctor. No, there's no records of you taking her to the doctor. And if y'all did, it probably was a clinic or something like that to keep it under wraps.
Mm.
Yep. That's gonna come out in trial, whether they took her to
Mhm.
the doctor at all.
Yep.
That's gonna come out in trial. Mm-hmm. Yep. And if they didn't, why not? See, that right there is suspect in itself.
And what I'm trying to figure out what happened with the counselor office because I keep hearing about her laying on the floor in the counselor's office. Was she hurt at the time? What happened?
They claim she was holding her stomach, crying, saying she needed to talk to the counselor. That's what the lady on the stand said. But the counselor wasn't in that day.
So
And
they called the counselor. They didn't call the nurse.
right, they didn't call the counselor because the counselor wasn't there. The
Okay.
lady that was in the room, the one that said she would always give her something to eat, crackers and stuff like that. She says she called the nurse, but nothing. She don't know what was done about it.
Mm.
And it's speculated that the nurse called home.
Now,
And that's a big fail right there. I've been in school districts. I mean, of course, we've been in school before, and I've never known a schoolhouse. And I've heard so much things about the school that she attended. Lord
Oh
have
my
mercy.
God.
They got security guards doing stuff to children and a child, but I've never known a schoolhouse not to report that to CPS because that's their first step. They don't go to the parents first. I've never known a schoolhouse to go to the parents first when it came to a situation like that. They always take situations like that straight to CPS because this is a child endangerment situation, especially if she's underage and she's pregnant or she's claiming to be pregnant. And I feel like Naziah told these people that she was pregnant
Yeah.
or
That's a
might
school
be.
system. That's a school system whose integrity is intact.
that part. Yep.
Because that security guard had done it before.
I
You
heard.
see what I'm saying? So that's a school the one that you're speaking of, the one that we want our kids to go to, the schools that we're proud of are the schools that have integrity. We're talking about one that don't, obviously. And it's a school that has its own policing system who dropped the ball for a whole month.
You sure did.
A whole month.
That's crazy. Hold on. Wait a
Mhm.
minute now. You saying that the school system dropped the ball for a whole month?
Yes, sir. When Annette went back up there January 10th, because they determined that she went missing on the 9th. She was last seen on the 9th.
Mhm.
The itch went to bed that night with her tired ass and got up that morning and went to the school, not to the police station, not to the city department of police. Okay,
Right.
not to law enforcement. She went to the school. The school said, you don't have to call the police. We'll call the police. Well, the school called their police. Like, you know how some cities have truant officers and that sort of
Right.
thing? Well, they had their own Department of Policing, so to speak,
But
right?
ain't he wasn't he a real lieutenant though?
He was working in that capacity at the school.
Okay.
And he said he went to the house, questioned them, questioned a bunch of liars. Okay, let's be clear. He questioned a bunch of liars. He questioned a bunch of people that had something to hide. Okay. And then he asked some of her classmates, and they said they didn't know nothing. And they asked him, "Did you do anything else?" He said, "No." They said, "Why?" He said, "Because I was retiring." Period. He
Dang.
said, "I passed it on to Lieutenant such and such because I was retiring." Well, Lieutenant such and such didn't do nothing for a whole month. It was when Roxy came to town and blew it up that the police went to the school and said, "Give me that." Because we got folks itching down our back now. Now y'all got folks coming in from out of town and y'all been on this case and ain't did nothing. Give me that file. Give me everything you got. And then that's when everything started growing tentacles and shit, and you know.
Oh, they
Right.
ain't got enough yet because I'm in Dallas and Detroit think that they the D. I'm gonna show them the triple D, and I mean that. When I say
Mhm.
we are already planning to go out there as well to go and still search because they talking about stop searching. Who gonna stop searching?
Period.
That's just not a thing.
Right.
I don't feel like the search should stop until she's found. Woods need to be cleared. Things
Yeah.
need there's so much around that area, right in that area. And then for the fact of for a whole year to go by and the search parties are what did they just start searching for her?
Right.
That's
And
crazy.
they're looking for a body. Y'all, it's been over a year. That baby has suffered through 4 seasons. It was
Exactly.
wintertime when she went missing, springtime, summertime, fall, another wintertime now. Stop looking for a body. We love her. We want her home, but y'all not going to find nobody. It is what it is. Look for some remains.
I just seen
That's
somebody
what y'all
comment
got to
about
look for.
Jarvis' sister had a lot to say. And being that the defense wouldn't what kept saying hearsay, hearsay, and all of that other crap, I
Right.
really would like for somebody to get an interview with her because she knew a lot more than she got to say on that stand.
Right. One thing that we have to keep in mind is the prosecutor that did this preliminary hearing is not the prosecutor that's going to be on the trial.
Oh, amen.
Ne-
I showed
Right.
that.
Neither one of them.
Look,
Amen.
Neither one of them.
because
Right.
I
Neither
sure was
one of
mad
them.
with them. I was mad. I was like, please get somebody else to prosecute this because they just not pushing hard enough.
Right.
Like you
Right.
Right.
said, one of their kids, they just not pushing them hard enough.
And
Yeah.
during trial, they can ask questions such as, "What were you about to say?" Of course,
Absolutely.
they'll put it in legal terms. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a paralegal, legal ego, nothing of the sort. But I have seen it. I'm a stay-at-home wife and mom. All I do is craft and
Mhm.
watch YouTube trials. That's all I do.
Well,
Okay, and
you
clean up
must.
my house, take care of my 13-year-old. Okay, that's all I do. I have seen them. I'm not talking about Law and Order. I ain't talking about Law and Order SUV. I'm talking about trials with a real judge, with a real attorneys, with real prosecution. I've heard them say they get up after the defense and they say, "The defense asked you da 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 da. What were you gonna say?" And they expound on whatever it was they were gonna say.
Yeah.
Period. So this trial, man, listen, y'all can get y'all crunch and munch, y'all can get y'all Chex Mix, get y'all pizza and wings. Like this gonna be better than whenever it starts. Now appearance in March is not the beginning of the trial. It's the beginning of the process. Okay, but when that trial does start, man, listen. All I hope is that it's televised because we still don't know if it will be. If it will be publicized, we don't know.
Right. Right. That we don't know.
We
I think
don't know.
it's a good one. I wonder is it gonna be publicized?
Hello.
I got to see.
Hello.
I need my plane ticket ASAP.
That's what I'm saying.
I wish I could go, but I got a 13-year-old need mama at home. But I wish I could go. Ooh, it'd be just as good as televised because I don't miss nothing. My kids tell me, Ma, you got a brain, a memory of an elephant. Yes, I do. I don't forget nothing. I'll be on there like Star. They said da 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 da, and then he said da da da,
Mm-hmm.
dead ass.
That's it.
Dead ass. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. If I could go.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna definitely go.
Ooh.
But see, like I say, I got to find out the day that they're gonna start the trial, which I think, I mean, it got to be sometime in March or April if they doing a 90-day or a speedy trial.
Well, you got to remember, a speedy trial just means that everybody got to get on their job. They can't keep putting it off, putting it off, putting it off. He is entitled to a speedy trial. I wish he was doing a trial by judge. I really do.
Yeah, he do a bitch trial.
Whew, I
He
wish.
don't stand a chance. He going to jail anyway, but a bitch with
Woo,
oh, he don't stand a chance. You taking the body and you taking the assault. Bye.
everything. All the
Everything.
mitigating circumstances, everything.
They're gonna put out. Cause mind you, he still got 2 more cases.
Exactly.
That's definitely
Because
what they
they
call it.
just
It's like
convicted.
it ain't 3 strikes or habitual violator.
Right. They just convicted a man. Oh, what's his name? I forgot his name, but it was the sister to his son. I think it was over in Iowa, somewhere over there. This black dude,
Mhm.
and all they found was a couple of bones, mind you. Okay, but circumstantial evidence put him in the area. His phone put him in the area. His
Mhm.
son testified that we went here, we went there. You see what I'm saying? But nobody saw him do it. Nobody, none of that. But he got convicted of it. Why? And it was before a judge. It was a bench trial, and he got convicted of that and got life without parole. And he was a SO. He was a registered SO.
See, all that part of circumstantial. See, that stuff right there, that show the motive. That's circumstantial evidence. You are offender already, so we know that you do this. And people know from behavior that over time it gets worse. Just because I was drinking a shot this day, a year later, you drinking a bottle. So what I'm saying is he could start off, as a criminal just doing assaults, but it led into violent assaults, even rape at that point. You feel me?
Yep. Yep.
It's a difference between underage women and grape. I wouldn't be surprised if he was out there raping women. I'm talking about, you feel me? Like on a different level.
I wouldn't
Because
either. I
you a
wouldn't either.
predator. You a predator, you know.
It's a
And
whole lot of babies missing from Detroit, Star. A
oh,
whole
that's
lot.
what I was about to say. Y'all remember the story about that man? He was from Detroit. He had all them bodies in that basement. He ended up going to prison for like a year or two. I forgot the man's name, but I had looked him up. It was a story out of Detroit. This happened a couple of years ago. White dude went to prison for a couple of years. I think he got back out. They found all kind of like he was doing something with them bodies. Like he had a bunch of bodies in the basement, bones and all kind of stuff. And he was in Detroit. I forgot his name. What's going on, Eric? But the reason why I say that is because you got people in Detroit who done been in prison who cover up these type of crimes. They cover up the bodies. They caught this man with all kind of bodies. I forgot that man name. I'm gonna look it up. But when
Yeah.
I was just
So
thinking about it,
escalation is definitely possible.
I think he
That's
was
what
doing
you're
40.
saying. He's escalated from just his fetish. The
That
possibility of his escalation from just his fetish to, like you said, he used to sit and now he gobbling. Yeah,
part. Right,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yep. And that what happened over time. That stuff started to, it grow.
Are they going to and I don't think so, because I don't think I ever seen it. But are they going to put Jarvis on the stand?
Normally, you don't put the person on the stand.
No, I didn't think so.
Normally, you don't, but he can if he want to. But
Right. Right. He
It,
can if he want to.
and that's
Even against his attorney's, you know, decision or whatever. Even against his attorney's advice. He can if he want to.
I feel like once they settle that, and he realized that like he gonna take, like, if he didn't do it, I feel like he gonna end up feeling like, I'm about to take this fall and I'm about to be in jail for life.
he finna take the fall and be in jail for life anyway. He gonna take some
And
people with him.
exactly, and that's how I feel. I feel like he gonna get on that. I don't know. I feel like he gonna talk.
I do too. I do
I do
too.
feel like he gonna talk, whether it's now or a year from now, years from now. I don't care. I know he gonna say something.
He gonna say that motherfucker March 7th.
And March 7th is not even a real trial date.
And he gonna be in front of that judge. That nigga gonna nut up in that courtroom March 7th. Y'all see them folks that go to court and lose their mind when they hear what's really going on. They're gonna be judged. Jarvis gonna go
Absolutely.
crazy, and he gonna start.
Absolutely.
He trying to put his story together now. Cause okay, let me ask y'all this: if you finna go to jail right now for this crime or any crime, you gonna get the book through it. You gonna get the life. You gonna get the life. Would you take Shawty down with you? You going anyway?
If I'm going, everybody going with me. Period. If call me whatever you want to. If I'm going, I'm not letting nobody slide. No, I'm not.
Nope.
I'm not. If I'm going, like it ain't like it's not like we robbed a bank and
Right,
I got off. That's not what we talking about.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a bitch ass nigga. I like little girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
shady as hell. So yeah, why stop being shady now? Me personally, I wouldn't have did no nasty crap like that. You understand what I'm saying? But if we gonna think like he think, why would he stop being a bitch ass at that point? You know
Yeah.
what I'm
He knows
saying?
his life in danger being in jail as well. They can't keep him in protected whatever the heck they put them in solitude. They can't keep him in there forever.
Try to say solitude.
Yeah, because that's what he gonna
Right,
ask. He gonna ask to be because them niggas up in that jet, they don't play that. They don't
right. You
play
can't
like
stay
that.
in the box. You can't stay in the box forever. You know
You
what I'm
sure
saying?
can. You
And you can't be in protective custody forever either. That's PC. Sooner or later, whether it's 10 years, 15, 20 years, because you're going in there for life, bruh. Okay? If
Yeah.
it take 20 years, he gonna hit GP in a minute. He gonna hit it. And when he hit it, ooh. But
they gonna
let's
get him.
be clear though, even in protective custody, there
No.
are people in protective custody that are there having not done anything wrong, but they were convicted. You feel me?
Yeah.
Just like in regular prison. I mean, PC is just a unit in the prisons. Okay. With that being said, if there are people getting convicted every day innocent people being convicted every day, some of those innocent people are sitting in certain units. That unit being one of them, I am almost certain that he gonna get touched no matter where he at.
Yep.
Yeah. They gonna get to him. But
Oh
see,
yeah.
they could
He
get
gonna
to
have a
him
foot
right
running
now if
out
they
in the
wanted
floor,
to.
and he gonna get beat.
But see, like they said, and I had a dude I was talking to. He was in there with Jarvis, and I was talking to him, and he was saying that right now how they got him in there is it ain't really PC, but he over there with them type of charges with people that got similar charges. So that's what they saying that he was at. Now before that, he was over there on the regular side because he had the firearm charge. And so people said they didn't even really know who. Well, this was bro was telling me that was in there. He was like, we didn't even know who he was or what he had going on. But by the time they hit him with them charges, they moved him over to the other side. So, like you say, that's gonna last while he in the county. But the time he get down the road, oh, they're gonna hang him out to dry. They're gonna hang him out to dry. Maybe make it through diagnostic. But by the time you hit that campground, buddy, it's too many people already mad. It's other
Period.
people that's
He
mad
better
at
pray
you.
they don't transfer him somewhere else. Oh my Lord.
You feel
And
me?
it's nationwide. He will not escape it.
Whoop, whoop,
You're gonna escape it.
whoop.
It's too solidified. You
It
feel me?
really is.
But see, here's the thing too. I want to tell y'all this. At one point, Jarvis Butts and them and these people, these pedos, they really was running shit. They go to prison. Look at them. Eric, Jarvis, you feel me? It's a lot of them that are offenders that know each other on the street, met in jail. That's how he was able to go in there and do them 9 years and come out with no problems. But you got your uncle who done paved the way. Well, I ain't gonna say your uncle, but Eric who done paved the way. It's a lot of y'all men that's involved with this family who been down the road and done came home. And people were looking at them like, oh, that's just what they do, that's they business. But now people looking at it like, oh, nah, you got people that ain't from the city of Detroit. Let's say they from 8 Mile or what it is. It's Atlanta, or they from somewhere else who don't rock with the Butts family and this stuff. These same people got people in prison that you going to. See, so now it's done hit the fan and people don't want nothing to do with it. Like I said, I can have a partner right now. He dead now, but partner of mine used to always be popping them pill. Now y'all know me, I drink and smoke. I don't do no drug. But I told him, but I said, man, listen, you know they putting all that F stuff in them drugs, man. You might want to stop doing it. He ain't want to stop doing it. Okay, cool. Sooner or later, it's gonna catch up with you. He ended up taking some bad stuff. He lost his life. Now it wasn't on me to go get him no help. I tried to get him some help, tried to get down, you know what I'm saying, give him a one. But people gonna do what they want to do, and they gonna crash out in the end. And I believe that what this is. Jarvis done crashed out, and he got a whole generation and legacy that he can take with him. Let's not forget, it's alleged that he messed with a neck first.
Wait, what?
Ill. Can I just say ill? Like,
Look, the best out of all three, huh? I don't know. I've been looking at the Channing. I was up here drinking one day. I said, hey, fuck. I don't know now.
I say that silk press probably got him real good.
I look a little cute looking over there.
She look better than the kid she pushed out her twat.
that's a fact.
Don't like y'all went on that Facebook page and seen when she had that makeup on.
Oh my God.
Oh, y'all ain't see that?
Mm-mm.
I didn't see it. When she was up there, she had her hair done and everything. It looked like she done had it, you know. But
and then you sobered up.
I did. I had to sleep that off. I woke up sober, looked at the picture, it didn't look the same.
Oh, Trini 07, you know you wrong. She said she got that good throat.
That's how she was. Now the mama don't look that bad back in her day. Now I don't know. Mark was over there trying to help.
I mean, that was the wrong comment he could say out his mouth on just talking about some talking about, so you like messing with pedophiles. She's talking about, are you one? He's talking about, why? He's talking about, no, I'm not one. Why? You want to mess with me? Hell no. Have you lost your mind?
She said,
like Star say, who?
She said, I'd rather mess with a pedo than you, Mark.
That's crazy.
That is crazy, because when you think about it, it would seem more like Mark is her type. But Mark, Mark.
She like the dudes with the long curly hair. She could play in a ponytail.
Mark, you alone.
And that's something else I wanted to say right quick. You know what I'm tired of? Everybody saying that he looked like that dude from that other case. I think it was in Florida. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah,
No,
with
he don't. He do
Ayana.
not look like that dude. Just because he's light skinned with a good grade of hair don't mean they look alike. I'm so sick of people saying that. And this ain't no shade. Jarvis ain't no cutie pie to me. Now the other dude, he, as nasty as he was and as wrong as he was for what he did, and he deserved whatever hell he has encountered in prison. That nigga was fine. I'm sorry. He was. That was a good looking dude. Jarvis, on the other hand, please. His mouth is rotten as hell. And if he don't comb his hair is suspect. Okay? But the other dude, they don't look nothing alike. They look nothing alike. They're just both light skinned with a good grade of hair. Come
That's it.
on, y'all. They be
I was
stretching it,
when
man.
it broke out. I didn't because last year a lot of people. I keep seeing that in the comments too. A lot of people are saying like, "Why are we just now starting to apply pressure?" I didn't hear nothing about Naziah's case last year. I didn't hear nothing about her case in
I
2024.
did a video on her case last year, but when nobody studying. So I had made a video when I had got the information. Man, that was
Yeah, and see when it came, I thought it was that same case from the one that you guys are talking about. So I thought that's what it was because I was like, wait, I seen this, and when I clicked on it, I said, no, this not the same person.
hmm
Right.
And then when
Michelle,
I got
you're
into
right.
it,
It
I
was
said,
the
oh no, I gotta stay on this story because where is this baby?
right.
right, right.
Michelle, you're right. It was the Sawyer case. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yep.
ma'am.
Ayana,
Hmm.
Ayana Sawyer.
Yep. Yep.
Cause
And
she was young too.
that guy was doing both sisters. He was doing both of his nieces, but one of his nieces stopped.
Mm.
Came out in trial. Another one I was watching. Hmm.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that stuff going on. It's more common, not common, more. It's happening more than than I really thought. I knew it's a big problem, but Jesus. Ever since I done really tapped into this Naziah case, it's a million folks on trial for this stuff.
As they need to be too.
You're like, goodness gracious. One trial in, another one start. One trial, that one start, somebody else come up missing. So many similarities in these cases, man. But I can't wait for the day she get her justice. I can't wait for it to go in there and they come out exactly what happened. Because then, or a better understanding as to what happened. Because then, I think a lot of us who are involved in this situation, it'll bring a lot of understanding and closure for us. Understanding, definitely.
Oh, and y'all, I want y'all to think about this too. Because the evidence, and I know we was just talking about that, about how they pulled up on them and how she was saying how she gave her pregnancy test and all of that, right?
Mhm.
They can throw that out because it's like I forgot what the term is for that, but they could not add that to their evidence because somebody else is interrogating their witness.
Yep. Say that part one more time. The last part.
Because they were interrogating their witness.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. They sure was interrogating.
Hmm.
And then I'm trying to think.
So they put it like it's in a reference of she was pressured to say that type
And
of
I'm
thing.
gonna tell you something, Shawty. I'm gonna tell y'all some other stuff too. Cause I went to school for investigating, but you can't go in no full house and be recording like that either. It teaches that in goddamn school. You can't put nobody on. You can watch from outside the house. You feel me? You can surveillance on the outside with camera stuff. But when he walking up, and I'm separating the interview camera from that body cam camera, the whole camera period. That right, I mean, a lot of that stuff is illegal, and you just really,
It depends on what state you're in.
yeah, you're right,
If you need permission or not. In New York State, you don't need permission.
you're right.
They don't
Well,
need to have they
house,
don't need to have knowledge of it or nothing.
I'm talking about it. You can't go in nobody's house and film them, can you?
In New York State you can. I
That's
don't know about
crazy.
Michigan.
That's crazy.
Yes. Yep. In New York State, only you have to, have knowledge. The person who's recording can record.
Now I ain't talking about, now on the phone. I know it's like that on phone recording, but that's
Not
crazy.
in this sense, it ain't it. It was she gave them permission to come there and do an interview, and I thought
You
he
do that.
came for somebody else, but they end up being there. So say that's what he said, that he came for something else, but they both end up being there.
Right.
That's
The boyfriend gave him, the boyfriend requested, that they come. It started out as an interview, and then the boyfriend said, well, shit, I'll go open the door. So in other words, the boyfriend gave permission each step. He called them and told them to come. He opened the door for them to come in. He told them that I'm recording. Can you quiet the dog? You see what I'm saying? Then they went to talking about, well, where they at? And he said, they back there. And he said, well, where? He like, well, come on. Put his stuff down, went back there, opened the door. Mark want to ask y'all some questions. Mark want to ask who some questions? Because I don't have to answer anything. But she saw that she's being recorded, even up until the point of in the kitchen. She said, I don't want to be recorded. She put her hand up. That's when Mark moved the phone. You see at that point, rejected permission of being recorded.
Yeah,
yep.
Mark did what he was supposed to do. He stopped recording her visually, but the guy had gave him permission to record, and that's why the audio is what was still going on. See, Mark he riding that gray line. You see what I'm saying? He rode that line real carefully.
He walked that line. Mark went
He
in
did.
because it's a difference between DeAndre. You can interview and talk to DeAndre all day long. That other lady is a state witness.
Very true. He did. He crossed the line. Hell, he crossed the line when he walked in there with that firearm.
Damn sure did. Sure did.
Absolutely.
Sure did. You the initiate. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know. Down in Georgia, Florida, certain state, Florida, Georgia. You know the one got the stand your ground. That
oh,
landlord,
shit,
that
right.
landlord could have shot more for coming to her property with that gun.
Absolutely.
Period.
I
That
felt
was
threatened. I did what I had to do.
period. He laid out there right now with an AR-15 on.
Yep.
Period.
Yep. But there's that Sawyer case was another example of what I meant when I said the defense can stop you from answering a question, calling it hearsay, or try to stop something from coming into evidence, calling it hearsay. But the brother, his whole testimony was hearsay. His whole testimony was, my brother called me and told me he did da 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 da, and I told him blah 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 blah. So I
Mm-hmm.
called the police. That was all hearsay. But the prosecutor said, what happened? And he told it.
Hearsay. Hearsay.
All hearsay. But it was admissible. Prime
Michelle,
example of what I just said.
the landlord was arrested for going out there with a firearm. And they charged her allegedly with 5 things. When I was listening to it, let me pull it up. When I was listening to it, it was saying something about the firearm went off. That guy name.
Yep, and they said that
Yeah.
she shot around in the air, but um, what is it? Her attorney,
Mm-hmm.
he said that she never fired a shot in the gun, and that it was a bullet in the chamber, but it was never fired.
That's what he said.
Now, I know for a fact it depends on what kind of gun you got as to whether or not one bullet replaces another after one is extinguished from the gun. I know that for a fact. That's number one. You don't always have to put one in the chamber. Am I right, Star?
That's true. I have 2 weapons of my own that
Okay.
that they reload
Exactly.
right after the.
So, yeah. So her attorney was trying to play on the intelligence of the court. You see what I'm saying? He was doing his job. He was doing his job. But what I don't understand is how, if she's licensed to carry, she's not trespassing because that's her house. How did one charge of firing a weapon turn into 5 charges?
Because it might be 5 people though.
Oh, they
Mm-hmm.
do that.
And
Yes,
if
they
she
do.
shot in the
And
air,
then you remind you, he said them kids was there too.
and if she shot in the air, that's endangering the people that's around. Especially if she was
True.
outside shooting in the air. If she shot
Very
in
true.
the air,
They gonna
that's
take her
endangering
kids.
people that's around.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no telling where that bullet gonna land.
Yep. Yep. If a child is around a firearm, there's the endangerment. You ain't even gotta let it go. But it's deep like that. It's deep. I'm trying to find that daggone video. Oh, you know what? I'm sitting up here being slow. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on. Like I said, that night, man, now that they got all this stuff documented, and they're gonna be looking to make some arrests, in my opinion.
I I truly hope so. I truly hope so. And nobody, I mean, long as all the right people get arrested, Detroit ought to Detroit ought to sleep well that night.
Right.
Yeah.
They
And,
ought to sleep well that night.
and if they don't get all of them, what they need to understand is these people will never have a peaceful life.
You
They will
Right.
never.
absolutely right. You sure right
Mhm.
about that. They'll never be able to live in peace.
Cause you tell me what's wrong with a woman, a female of
Mhm.
Annette's age that move like roaches. They move from one house to another house to another house on the same damn street. Who do that that's living in peace?
Nobody.
Who does that?
That is crazy.
Just
It-
running from stuff. But you running up and down the block. That's how I see.
You said
Just
up and down the block. That was smoking was doing out there. Yeah, that
I
would be.
know
He can move that stuff. What the hell you do that for?
that's
Like that nigga stay across the street. I'm moving it. Get y'all that back over there across the street.
uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Now don't move on this side. You contaminating shit.
Period. I've never moved down the street
That,
within the same amount of time, like within 1, 2, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Now, in my past, I lived, if I remember correctly, I lived at a double digit. It was on the same name of the street, right?
mm,
And when my kids were younger, I lived at a double digit house. And then years later, I lived at a 3 digit house, but it was a different block. You know what I'm saying? And it was years later. Like my baby was 2 when I was living at the double digit house. By the time I moved to the triple digit house, shit, my baby was like 10, and it was
mm.
a better house. It was a much better house, a better block, all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? This chick literally moved on the same street 3 times within a matter of 3 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That right there should have been a red flag for her to be a foster parent. Like, what's wrong with you, lady?
Now she might be the real squatter.
Ooh, wait.
she might as well be. She might as well be the
She might
squatter.
as well be.
It's bringing in the bread. They pay the bills. She don't pay the bills. She just use their money to pay the bills.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
And I wonder if those houses around there are government funded as well. Like, you know how you get a house on Section 8, things like that. That might be a thing too.
Cause
Where
some states got to rent the Section 8, don't they?
mm-hmm,
Someone got that thing where the landlord got to take that voucher.
mm-hmm.
I don't like Section 8 renters. They fuck your houses up. But you got some that they'll take the Section 8 money because they guaranteed. You know, when they leave, though, you're gonna have to fix
And
that.
if something ain't right in that house when the people, because they got to come out and look at it. If something not right in the house, they'll move them.
Yep. Michelle said earlier, that what Michelle was saying, that they come out where she said about every 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
But they probably was on them worse than that. You know what? Y'all just said, unless they were moving every 3 to 4 months when it was time for them people to come out though. It's
Bingo.
your house.
Oh wow.
The twins moving around because CPS wouldn't allow a net to move around like that. Man, that's crazy. What going on, Kill? Let me drop the link in case anybody want to come up, share how they feel. We have a great panel up here, man. Shouts out to Alexia and Miss Sean for being up here. I like what y'all saying. Shouts out to Michelle. Shouts out to everybody that came up on the panel, man. I like hearing what y'all got to say. Please lay it on me. Again, I just wanted to have a chance to talk with y'all and look at this thing from just a different perspective. Not that it changes anything, but sometimes we just have to sit back and see when a person is putting so much out there, like what is you trying to do? You know, and that be the thing. People go to moving so fast and doing so much that it turn around and it backfire and it bite them. And the same thing, you heard the thing. What goes around comes around. And the same stuff that they were doing with Shannon and Marquita and Annette and all that, that's the same thing that's going on with Roxy. See, that they done spent the block. Well, when she sent around, came back, that karma. Now, why you think Janelle and the other one, they ain't having no problems? Miss Janelle and Kiwana, whatever. They said what they had to say. They did that interview. They didn't do their interview with old boy at first. They went over there and talked to that lady. I forgot her name. And they all four was up there on the panel talking. They said
To
what they had.
the community advocates.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They went on there and talked to that lady. They ain't had no dealing with, bro. So I ain't gonna say they did. I think they did go on the show. But the one that I first tapped into, and a lot of people that I know was watching, was the one with the four ladies up there. Roxy went nowhere involved, and we got a much better understanding then.
Absolutely. That's where I got a lot of, you know, my information from to form my opinion was from what they were saying. And, they were seemingly an open book. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
just and they admitted that the reason why they stepped out of the light, got from doing this and doing that, is because they were encountering theft threats. People was coming to their jobs. People was trying to literally kick in their doors. Like, why would anybody do something like that? And they're advocating for a child. What are y'all trying to hide that y'all want me to shut up so bad that y'all are coming to my job? Y'all coming to my home. What am I doing wrong?
That part.
Oh, okay.
See, and that's that go back to the internet. That be the internet with narratives and making people, them ladies, I can't tell you nothing that they did wrong, but yet still they being bullied or harassed and stuff like that because they trying to get justice. It'll make you get out the way, especially YouTube. You'll be like, man, look, again, it's better for me to handle my stuff off the scene.
Yeah, because they both said, I know Janelle, she said she got two boys. She got a family. You know what I mean? She's a
You probably
nurse.
did
So
the whole time.
they was messing with a whole career. It's not like she was just gonna lose a job at some box store. This chick is a nurse. Like,
Hey,
are you kidding
who was
me?
her? Shannon? I will ask you who you said is the nurse, Miss Sean.
Jarnell. Jarnell is a
Oh,
nurse.
Janelle is the nurse. Yeah, she did say she went to school and became a nurse. And she the
Hmm.
one said she left Shannon the Section 8 house.
Exactly.
She tried to
Exactly.
help Shannon. And that's what the thing is. I think a lot of people was trying to help Shannon get out the situation she was in. She could have been in an abusive relationship with that man. You feel me? Because people like that, like to manipulate, control thing, like I'm just saying, could have been.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it could have been hard for her to escape that from whatever. But it seemed like because Janelle said she left Shannon the house with the Section 8 thinking that Shannon would go to school or get herself together for the kids.
Hmm.
And it's just like that case with I'm gonna be doing a live on it tonight at 6 o'clock. But with Shamaya Allen, okay? and they're saying that, damn, I forgot where I was finna go with that. Shit. It was the same thing happened in her case though, when they were saying that Shamaya Allen did something.
She
Damn,
was being hurt,
blank.
but she was being abused by the boyfriend.
Well, her boyfriend is, he's like 34 years old. Y'all heard about the story? The girl, she was 18. It just
Yeah.
happened like a couple days ago. I got a video up on them, be doing a live on it tonight, but it was like what I was saying was with the trying to help out the situation. Dang, it was something about with Shannon. They was trying to help her get her stuff together, thinking that she was gonna do the right thing, but she ended up messing it up. And
And I
yeah,
don't see how you get kicked out of a Section 8 house. I know you're rent cheap.
I think she got
Jarnell said she got evicted due to the police contact with Jarvis and her fighting all the time, and she wasn't paying her little coins of rent.
right.
Mm-hmm.
She was saying they was over there fighting. That's how she ended up losing the house.
Yeah.
So then she had to pay number like 42 cents.
I know that's right.
See, but then wait, ain't Trump stopping all that? So they ain't gonna be running for a minute now.
Well, he backtracked and said that that's not. Well, a judge stopped it and said that it was unconstitutional, that he couldn't stop it, for across the board. So then he came back and retracted it and said, well, that's not what I meant. I meant to stop it for the illegals, the refugees, the immigrants. So, yeah.
They definitely some immigrants.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, of another damn planet. Okay, but yeah, he rescinded it. Even though we all know what he was trying to do. We all know what he was trying to do, but it was because all of these community programs tapped it and said, "Wait a minute, now you stopping our flow now." How you gonna stop what has been in place since before you even thought about politics? Okay, you can't do that. Like, do you know the demise? And I think what happened was somebody told that man, you do know that it's more white people on assistance than it is black folks, right? You do know that.
Come on now. And he didn't know that.
Well, we telling you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there are more people that look like you on any kind of assistance than it is black and brown people. So you might want to rethink that, Mr. Chief Cheeto. You might want to rethink that. And this is the only race I'm putting in this is his orange complexion. Okay, this is no dig at anybody for tapping into the programs that they find necessary in order to better their lives. I was that single mama. Stop playing with me. What I didn't do was abuse the system. What I didn't do was take stuff that I knew I didn't need, stayed on it longer than I needed to. I didn't do that because I wanted another mother that was in my shoes. I didn't want to take up a spot that another mother needed. Okay, so this is no dig at any race who took advantage of what they were eligible for. I'm taking a dig at Chief Cheeto. Okay, he's trying to cut the head off the snake, but that snake has been slithering around in our country for centuries, for decades at least, for decades, since the 50s. And he tried to stop all that, talking about make America great again. Oh, who? What you say, stop? Whoa. No. So, and that's what Shannon was doing. Shannon was learning from her mama on how to scam the system, you know what I mean? And all of that kind of stuff. And they wasn't going, Jarvis messed it up. All that fighting and carrying on and all of that. Didn't know who was wearing the pants that day. You know what I'm saying? And the police got tired of it. And sooner or later, it got reported. So like Janelle said, I thought I was giving her a house that we could pass along in the family. After Shannon used it, another family could use it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow.
Yep. And that's what I was going to say. So when you lose Section 8, like how she lost her, like if she transferred over to her name and she lost it, she can't get it back.
Nope.
Dang.
I don't know how it works in Detroit, because in New York you can't even pass it down like that. You can't pass it down like that. There's a waiting list that they have to adhere to, because on the internet people are keeping track of when they applied and where they stand on the waiting list. So there is no passing it down. You know, and that's not what's happening. So I don't know about Michigan, but New York State don't do none of that.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it. Transferring, but what? Well, I've never heard of that. I need to find out who that landlord is, because it got to be police reports. Then, if Shannon and Jarvis was over there fighting and arguing at their house, police had to come.
They already don't do the job they supposed to do out there, so I wouldn't be surprised. They gave him a pat on the back and her a smack on her fat flat ass.
Oh, flat ass. Man, y'all ain't funny, man. Cause y'all be done saying stuff that my mind go to triple too. But I'm gonna say that for later. Well, yeah. All right. Well, listen, is there anybody that want to say something before we get up out of here? Or y'all can call, where do call in? Like, because Shannon was staying in. I guess we just hang out though. It's Sunday. I ain't got nothing to do. Yes, there's a waiting list. Yeah, they said, I think in some states they just opened the waiting list back up after years.
I'm about to say in Texas, it's so hard to get on the list. It don't make no sense.
Yes, yeah. Some states you can't even get on the list.
It's difficult, and I've had my first apartment. I wish I would have known, but my first apartment was HUD, and I only went because I was a young parent. I had my son when I was 18. I had never had my own place. I had nobody, just telling me, how to go about things and stuff like that. So I had friends that were in high school, and they had apartment in the same neighborhood, but I didn't know it was the hood.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got HUD, I got kicked off because of my son's dad getting my door kicked in. That got me kicked off. That's why I say I know for a fact when you lose it, you might could get it back, but what I was told, you can't get that back.
Mm. Yeah, that's what I would. Yeah, it'd be hard out there. Trump is about to cut Section 8. That's what he said.
Yeah, he about to cut food stamps. He about to cut, and what he don't know is he gonna be the next one getting cut. Next one, he thought his little ear was the target.
Hey, you funny as hell. Yeah, he ain't got to worry about that. If he cut them food stamps off, they coming from your head. Oh no, I can't say stuff like that. That was a joke. That was a joke. And that thing, I get a call from damn YouTube. Oh yeah, we gotta cancel you, bro. Oh shit. Come back on that new alias. But yeah. All right, One Life, man. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. Miss Sean, thank you, Alexia, for pulling up on me, man. Y'all been great. Chat, thank you so much for pulling up, man. Miss Cheryl, Trees, Rev It Up, Sister, everybody in the chat, man, that's been rocking with One Life this morning. I really appreciate you. Shouts out to Miss Shree in the building, C. Griffin in the building, everybody in the building, Michelle. It goes on and on. Shouts out to the One Life family. Turn y'all notifications on because I'm going to be coming back live at 6 o'clock talking about the Shamaya Nair Allen case. So for people that aren't familiar with it, please tap in, set your notifications, and so that you can catch that. Again, thank you so much, One Life family. Thank y'all so much for the donations. Thank y'all for sharing how y'all feel. And I will see y'all at 6 o'clock. One Life family. Time to go to the liquor store.